that thing should not be on screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 1v1 tournament. It is June 29th, 2024. This is actually round 2 of Bisexual Lion and DoctorFill. We can see these participants here as we might get a trade here. I'll explain why it's round 2 once nothing's happening, but it looks like we're already getting engaged by Bisexual Lion on the Orianna, or against the Orianna. Okay, so let me clarify. Bisexual Line won the first game. The reason why I didn't stream it is I started the game and was going to start the stream at the very start of this game. However, for whatever reason, I couldn't tab out and start the stream. So here we are, starting in round 2. I know it's a little funky, but I didn't want to screw over these players for this stream, so that's why we're starting round 2. Like I said, Bisexual Line already has the lead in the 1-0. It's a best of 3. I don't know why it's telling me I'm AFK. I'm trying to move. But as for buffs, you have Orianna perfectly balanced and Volibear perfectly balanced. So this is the most fair matchup you can have. This is basically like a Summoner's Rift matchup. Go, Lion, go. Lady Luxio rooting for Bisexual Lion. DoctorFill taking the Summon Airy, and Volibear taking Press the attack. So in this matchup, I assume Orianna is just going to poke with the Summon Airy, and then Volibear just needs to all in with his ult once he's level 6, or potentially maybe all in with Snowball. Ooh, he goes for the health and engages on DoctorFill, gets a nice trade. Very important in these 1v1s to keep track of the timers of health, because that's the only way you can heal. You can't go back and buy items unless you execute, but good luck trying to execute in a scenario like this. That is incredibly difficult. I've never seen it successfully happen. But if someone manages to execute, they are welcome to buy items. Again, the win condition is first one to get first blood, or 100 CS, or first tower. So every CS matters, every little bit of turret damage matters. And we're pretty even on the CS state. Orianna has a slight lead here. Both going for the standard ARAM summoner items. Go team, go. Oh, and Bisexual Line flashes in, gets exhausted by DoctorFill. He's going to shut down the tower, and he's going to go for a tower dive. Oh, and First Blood goes over to the Volibear. They trade, and DoctorFill, just like that, will go to loser's bracket, and then we'll start the next rounds. Now, I am also hosting, so it's going to be a bit more challenging, but I will start moving people to their own designated things. So let's start this tournament. You're going to see a million ads because I don't have ad block. I'm crazy. But in case you're thinning hair in old age, you know, there's always that. Bisexual Lion won that 2-0. So that means that the matchup is LOL Coach Mike 2, Bisexual Lion, and the rest of the matchup. So we'll talk about the players in a bit. We're going to watch LordAzepam. I'm going to butcher that every single time. And Chrisfish next, so I'm going to set up their game last. Let's move everyone to their designated... Let me move this over here. I'm going to move everyone to their own designated voice channels. We're going to move DoctorFill over here. We're going to move Bisexual Lion in room A. We're going to move Kreamypie to room D. Xyrris to move room D. Coach Mike to room A. DoctorFill will be sitting in waiting room all by himself, and some poor guy. Chrisfish, this lad, then Jay and ZeroZen. I don't think anyone set up the game, so I will set up Coach Mike and Bisexual Lion. I'm going to try and get every single person to have a chance to be on stream. I think it would be more entertaining that way. I didn't move Coach Mike to my list. And then Bisexual Lion is the other team. Oops. Which sides? Type bans in VC. And start whenever ready. My ban will be Yorick, he says. Okay. I'll set up Jay and ZeroZen. That's not J. I mean, technically it is. So J is team 2, perfect. And then ZeroZen will be team 1. Okay. It's all set up. Second to last game. We have... Oh, they already started. Okay, fair enough. I will set up Chrisfish. And then I'll set up them. This is the correct order. No, it's not. Switch sides for this game. Okay. Wait, I can just paste it. Okay, now I need to make sure that this thing works. So yeah, okay, so this is going to be set up, if I remember, of course, to block the champion select in case, you know, Chrisfish happens to be stream sniping. I have no reason to believe he is, but just to take extra safety precautions, we will do that. Open up Twitch stream. Let's go ZeroZen, Borb goal. Good for him. Nakius, welcome to the stream. Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm surprised to see you aren't in here, Borgel. It would have been fun to see you and ZeroZen potentially compete against one another. So Chrisfish already locked in his pick. Don't know what he picked because I can't see. Like I said, what I'm doing is I'm on the player's team to watch live because there's a 3-minute spectator delay and there's just no point in doing that. And I've tested it. I'm not going to be soaking up any XP or gold as long as I'm not in lane, which I won't be because I will be sitting on base plate. If I somehow get in lane, then I really, really screwed up. I don't know if you remember me. Have you always had that name, or have you gone by a different name? Oh wait, we locked in. I'll remove this thing in a few seconds. My pick is irrelevant. Here we go, we'll do it now. So we have Tryndamere versus, we're going to see. Oh, what? Wow. You were literally the last person I would have expected to see on this Twitch stream. Wow. Okay. Well, I want to focus on the tournament, but we should catch up. That's crazy. That's so random. But I'm glad to have you here. Wow, that literally, if I were to make a guess, that probably would have been last. Wow, that's funny. Well, I'm currently in a 1v1 tournament that I'm hosting, so I will have to catch up with you another time. I appreciate you having here, man. I don't think most people actually that are in this server and in this tournament even know about my old YouTube channel, which is funny. Anyways, getting back to the 1v1 tournament. Again, we have Action versus Tryndamere. LordAzepam versus Chrisfish. Interesting. I think the Action is a little... Action is buffed, as is Tryndamere, in this Howling Abyss mode. And I don't really know the secret behind Action. I've tried Action in some 1v1s, but maybe Chris will prove me wrong. As LordAzepam will go in for the level 1 trade, getting some crits, getting the RNG a little bit. Chrisfish has some decent poke, though, an even trade. Now, keep in mind, Tryndamere does have increased healing here. So his Q is going to heal him quite a bit as Lord goes for another trade onto Chrisfish. Level 1. Ignite comes out as well. Chrisfish is going to 1 HP. Does have the barrier cheese. Will he be able to survive this? And he will by the skin of his teeth. LordAzepam will use the Q to regenerate his health. Chrisfish kind of in a tough situation now, has no health potions, while LordAzepam has health potions, plus he went with Guardian's Hammer, so he's going to have a bit of healing regen as he goes in for another trade. Chrisfish misses the hook shot. Ooh, the grapple, and then he needed to flash out. Very tough spot to be for a Chrisfish. Has no flash, no barrier. Does manage to get that health. LordAzepam in a pretty good spot. CS is about even, but it's just about the health at this point. I feel like LordAzepam is just going to go try and get the first blood victory here. Slows him down, dives. Chrisfish does land the grapple there. Get away, but Lord is going to look like to freeze the wave, and oof. Tough spot for Chrisfish to be in right here. Better move. I haven't moved in a little while. I don't want to get that AFK warning again. Also, Fleet Footwork, very good for sustain. I don't know what he's taking as an inspiration tree. As the exhaust comes out, LordAzepam needs one more auto, and he will get the first blood and win the first round of the best of 3. Quick, just like that. That's the problem, is some people do CS victories. I feel like a lot of people are going to go for the first blood victories here. So we have other games going on. Interesting. Xyrris going for the Nunu versus Kreamypie, the Soraka. Okay. I'll create the other game. Hopefully they set up the next games, let people know. If not, then they're going to have to wait. Chrisfish gets side selection. And again, just as a reminder, side selection is irrelevant to this. It's mainly just camera angle. There's no real strategy to having side selection. But just to make it a little more fair. Anyways, it's a best of 3. LordAzepam is in first place in this best of 3. He's won 1 game. They decide to both deafen, which everyone's welcome to do. I mainly keep them in Discord just to make sure that I can easily communicate with them, but no one's required to speak to one another. I assume that's the side Chris wants, unless he cannot read chat. I will put this up just in case I forget to. I know I'm going to. He said, alright, okay, guess we're good to go. We're in champion select. Like I said, I'll keep this border up until champions are locked in. Interesting. Interesting choices I'm seeing so far. Okay, we're locked in. Everyone's waiting on me. I'm just going to pick Blitzcrank. With the iRobot skin. Wait. Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay, so we have Tryndamere locked in again. I'm a little surprised because there is a ban rule on this server now with this tournament where you can ban 1 champion against your opponent. And Chrisfish decides to go for the salty run back, going for the exact same strategy, picking the action and going the same summoner spells. I'm a little surprised. I think Fleet Footwork is a little better here in one-on-ones if you're trying to sustain yourself. However, definitely Press the Attack is better if you're going in for that all-in. So I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of early game and see a very quick game 2. But will it be LordAzepam winning or Chrisfish? We're going to have to wait and see. As it looks like we have the same starting items for the Lord. Put that right there and to keep track of CS. Lady Luxio says, I smelled a 3-peat coming. We shall see as Chrisfish just takes the portal. He does have a stealth ability on his W, so he could be hiding doing something really cheesy. As we see Jay. I don't want to be flagged ahead. Okay. Again, here are the buffs as we go in. Never mind. Lands the slow, trades some auto attacks onto one another. Why did the press the attack appear above Chris instead of Tryndamere? That was weird. I smelled dinner in the oven. Ooh. What's cooking? No. No, no, no. Chrisfish going for the Guardian Hammer, an ARAM exclusive item, and boots. Also boots for Azepam. Chrisfish being a little more aggressive here, zoning a bit more. Now keep in mind we have 20 seconds until these health timers spawn, so we'll see how people play this. As Chrisfish goes in, goes between the enemy and the tower. Not what you really want to do, but does barrier. Does steal some decent poke. The problem is with your poke, Tryndamere just heals it up with that healing buff. 35% extra healing. Chrisfish buffs you have, or action buffs, I should clarify. 105% damage, so 5% more damage, and 5% less damage taken. So both champions have Howling Abyss buffs. Okay. Chrisfish will get that heal, plus pop his potions. No more potions left. This is really tough. Chrisfish is going to have to play for a CS victory, I think. Here. Maybe first tower. ZeroZen seems to be playing a little more cautiously. And keep in mind, these two are in voice channels together. Everyone that's playing against each other is in a voice channel that they could be talking. Some of them, I think, are deafening. Some of them are muted. It's just, you never know. So maybe there's a little bit of discussion here. Maybe not. We'll never know. I thought it might be kind of interesting to be in the chat, but most of the time people just stay there in silence, so I'd rather stay there. And especially if there's drama, I don't want to display that fool on Twitch. CS is dead even right now. 16 to 16. As the Tryndamere will go in, does land this slow. Good grapple to try and get a little more kiting, but again, I don't think you're going to win in a 1v1 duel. I think you just need to outfarm the Trynd here if you're trying to be a Chrisfish fan. I assume that Chrisfish is back here getting the health. Oh, nope, he's over there. Actually went stealth to try and go for another trade. LordAzepam gets all the crit, has this full rage bar completely filled, and turns back in and drops the ignite, and will get the health Chrisfish barriers, and it will not matter. Chrisfish has moved on to the loser's bracket, while Lord advance in the winner's bracket. Good games. That was a quick one. I got some DMs. Is this from anyone? I will open this. I'll open that off stream, the DM. It's very hard to multitask. Okay, let's see. 1v1 match results. Oh, he just posted one picture. You need to post the whole thing. Let's see here. We have Jay. Let me update the bracket. Let's do that first. So that was Mord winning 2. Now Chrisfish is not out of it. Chrisfish is in the loser's bracket. Let's watch. Oh, 1-1. Okay. Spectate J. As for everyone else, it would appear that everyone's still in game. Check my friends list. Everyone's either waiting for the next round. Bisexual Lion. Yep, he's facing Coach Mike. I don't know if he's talking to me. Okay. We're good, we're good. I'm telling you, feed your poros for... Oh, shoot, don't look. I'm moving this for now. Let me put up the champion draft thing. And... oh, it's not going to be centered. That's going to annoy me a bit. Try my best to recenter it. Rather have that happen and not be centered than reveal the picks. Again, don't think anyone's stream sniping. No reason to believe that. So again, this is 1 of 1. Next game wins. It's Jay versus ZeroZen. I still haven't had time to even talk about the participants, man. This is just going by so quickly. Jay switching around his picks. I don't know what they picked the previous games, unfortunately. Okay, we're locked in. Lock in my Blitzcrank. Now review it right now. So it's Jay's Ash versus... We'll have to wait and see. Bisexual Lions typing. Oh, Tryndamere. Okay. ZeroZen going for the Tryndamere. I have a feeling that Tryndamere will be a meta pick in this tournament. We shall see. Okay. So lore-wise, we have a husband and wife beating up each other. That's fun. Always love to see that on Twitch. It feels weird not going through the portal. Jay's not here. Jay is certainly taking his time. Maybe this is part of the strat. He knows. He knows the tech. ZeroZen says hi. I'm curious what Jay will do here, because he does have the Ash E to gain vision. Borbgol. Yeah, Borbgol's in here. For ZeroZen. Again, the score is 1-1. Whoever wins this... Silly message. Whoever wins this will advance to the winners. Whoever loses this is still in the tournament. They're just going to be in the loser's bracket. Let's talk about buffs for Ash. We already talked about Tryndamere. I'll review Tryndamere in a minute. But Ash buffs has attack speed scaling. That's the only thing she has. And Jay doesn't buy actually any attack speed. He goes for the Phage, which is health and attack damage and boots. And ZeroZen goes for the Guardian Horn. What's this called? Dagger? I think a dagger. And then health potions. Complete footwork. We'll have a lot of sustain. If I were Jay here, I would try and go for a farming victory. If I was ZeroZen, then I would try and beat up my wife. And again, context. Tryndamere and Ash are married. Okay? Don't take that out of context. ZeroZen. A little passively here. And let's talk about the Tryndamere buffs. Although he's going into the bush, and every time he goes into the bush, I lose vision. That's ZeroZen. So damage buff, damage taken, healing as ZeroZen goes in. Jay with some nice kiting, and the attack speed slows on Ash. Feels really, really good against melees. Jay pops some potions. No potions left for Jay. Jay was going for Fleet Footwork. I think that's a good call for sustain. I think you kind of need to go Fleet Footwork against Tryndamere. As ZeroZen does land the slow. Goes in all the way. I don't care about this stupid Lever Buster. ZeroZen does have ult, so even if Jay wins the trade, Jay goes for an ult! ZeroZen will be fine. Thought that might be it. So just a reminder how Tryndamere W works is if you are if the character you are Wing in as ZeroZen goes in, Jay's maintaining vision because his minions are going in the bush following ZeroZen. Okay, let me clarify. How Tryndamere W works is if the champion is facing him, he reduces their armor. But if the champion's not facing him that he Ws, he reduces their armor and slows them. So it's very important in this matchup for ZeroZen to make sure Jay is facing him. And obviously vice versa for Jay, make sure that he's not facing Tryndamere so he doesn't get slowed. Both of the players in here this game will go for their health packs. ZeroZen will continue farming. And the wave is pushing towards ZeroZen, so he might go for a bit of a freeze here. CS difference is ZeroZen with the lead. As ZeroZen goes in, does land the slow with his W. I don't think I've seen ZeroZen ult, so I'm going to assume he has it. Autos attacks. ZeroZen re-engages again. Ignites. That might not finish him off. Oh, and Jay procs the Fleet Footwork. That will allow him to survive the Ignite. Oh, Jay flashes. We'll be able to survive that. It's a very tough situation for Jay right now, though. Down CS and down health. As the slow comes out, ZeroZen wants one more auto to win, and he gets the win. And ZeroZen will advance in the winner's bracket, and Jay will go down to the losers. check on everyone else's match history. So we got that. Bisexual Lion just posted one match. Anything important? I feel like Mike might have DM'd me. Okay, so let me update the bracket real quick. So we have, I assume Bisexual Lion won, but I'm not going to move that yet. So we have ZeroZen winning 2-1 to Jay. And we need to get the rest of the people. I assume Xyrris lost if Kreamypie is typing. 2-0, okay. So that means Kreamypie advances, which means it'll be Xyrris versus DoctorFill. And then we have one more, Coach Mike and Bisexual Lion. Coach Mike is no longer in the voice channel. I'm going to move Bisexual Lion private. Hello? Hey, sorry, were you in the middle of talking? Oh, sorry. Hey, did you beat Coach Mike? You need to please post the full match history of the games next time. Oh, it's no big deal. It really isn't. Just wanted to make sure. Do you know if Coach Mike knows that he's still in the tournament? Okay, I'll shoot him a DM. I'm going to move you back to the waiting room real quick. Okay. Let me DM Coach Mike real quick. Okay. Right. So next we have this match that needs to be played. So Xyrris versus DoctorFill. So we'll spectate that. So Xyrris is team 1. DoctorFill's team 2. Wait for Xyrris to... Oh, wait. Oh, I should have... Yeah, just a reminder, whoever's on the top of the matchup is team 1. Whoever's on the bottom is team 2. We'll invite DoctorFill here. No? And we'll move them in... Let's see. If they go here, they'll be in room C. So we'll move them in room C for now. DoctorFill, Xyrris. Oh, I'm the host. DoctorFill needs to switch sides. Wait, am I wrong? I sold the bracket, right? Yeah, DoctorFill's team 2. Got another DM from Coach Mike. Need to read that real quick. Oh. Huh. Okay. Yas Band comes out. I'm going to put this up again just for safety reasons. Let's talk about the matchups. Xyrris, in case you missed it, banned Tryndamere. Oh, he posted the bans. That's optional. I appreciate that, though. Okay, so yeah, Kreamypie won with Yumi Soraka. Interesting selection. And now we have Xyrris versus DoctorFill. Okay, DoctorFill is locked in. Let's see. We watched that match. We watched the end. I don't think the match results were posted of ZeroZen and Jay. However, we know that... Oh, wait, no, Jay posted it. Although he didn't... Oh, okay, he typed it here. Got it. I mean, we saw the results, thankfully. No, it wasn't Yumi v Raka. Kreamypie played Yumi the first game, and he played Soraka the second game. Oh, I should probably lock in because I always locked in. Oh, I didn't even ping the server. Did I? I didn't. I like to let people know. I love posting at everyone because that usually means that everyone leaves the server. If I'm trying to clean up the server, just ping everyone. Hey, I'm holding an event that I want you to participate in. I'm not interested. Whenever I posted the 1v1 announcement, I think there was like 4 people that left an hour after. But still, I think it's important to know. History is being made here, ladies and gentlemen. As I heard the lock-in happen. And we have Gwen, piloted by DoctorFill. Versus Nunu and Willump. Okay. So again, Nunu and Willump was the pick that I know Xyrris picked because I was looking at his match history. Not match history, what's it called? Whenever we're in game and you can see what someone's playing in their game, that's what I looked at. Okay, so this is the first round of the best of 3. This is losers round 1, so loser of this best of 3 will be eliminated.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
As it doesn't look like Xyrris is going for the portal. Maybe he's going for a snowball. I did it for the best pot boy. Xyrris lost connection. That would be really unfortunate. If he lost connection, I'll remake the game. But maybe he's just being strategic because a lot of people have some weird tactics. Okay, I saw a glimpse of him there, so he's definitely in the game. Let's talk about buffs. I should have talked about the Gwen buffs. Gwen has no buffs, perfectly balanced. That was easy. Nunu has a lot of buffs, 10% extra damage dealt. He has tenacity, which is kind of relevant in this matchup. He has damage taken, bonus healing, and bonus shielding. And he only gets shielding on his health in this scenario. Gwen goes for a trade. Now this is an interesting matchup because Gwen pretty much beats all melee 1v1 matchups, I'd assume. However, with the healing that Xyrris has, he should have a ton of sustain. As he's currently winning the sustain battle. DoctorFill, no potions left. Xyrris went for Guardian Horn and Fairy Charm, I believe it's called. Fighting over the health, nice snowball, but Xyrris gets very little mana now with these trades. Does get a little mana back with that health. DoctorFill still has his, with a huge wave. Interesting decision. DoctorFill decides to go for the health pack now instead of shoving in the wave. So Xyrris can maybe take advantage of this. Actually, it's going to be a little too many minions. Now, getting cannon minions isn't as relevant here because you can't use the gold you get from them. But CS matters because if you're the first one to 100 CS, you win, right? So CS is important, but gold itself from the minions is not. So don't tilt if you don't get a cannon minion. You just need 99 other minions. Xyrris in a bit of an awkward spot, very low mana, has 45 mana left. Probably could cast a Q. I would assume it's maybe like 50 mana. Let's get some mana back from that health, thankfully. Oh, Xyrris misses the snowball and drains some mana too. Tough situation there. Ooh, DoctorFill takes his tower shot. That's pretty bad for him as well. But DoctorFill does have the health pack way back here behind his tower. If he wants to go for it. Xyrris has 5 seconds. He's doing a good job keeping track of the timer, as you can see his positioning on top of it. As it pops, he goes for the snowball, knowing that DoctorFill will be on top of it as well. DoctorFill ults to engage this fight, tries to finish him off. Conqueror proc for DoctorFill. Xyrris lands the passive root onto DoctorFill. Snowball, the mark, I should say. I need to call it Mark since we have a champion that literally throws snowballs, which is the actual name. This is literally called Mark. Fun fact. Gwen goes for the health packs, gets 2, will be nice and healthy. I think the biggest concern here for Xyrris is not health, but is actually his mana. He can't use any damage if he doesn't have mana with the way he's playing. CS is still fairly close, only a 4 CS difference. Xyrris will let the wave push into him. I think that is the correct call in this situation. Xyrris will go for the health back. DoctorFill dealing so much damage to that tower. About maybe 60% health left on it. Alright, I need to make sure I'm moving to make sure I don't get kicked out. Xyrris lands the root and goes for the ult. DoctorFill will W, but not be out of range just yet. Barely takes any damage because Xyrris doesn't have any damage items. Xyrris completely out of mana, but will try and go for the all-in. Has Flash and Snowball. Both, actually, matchups, or both players have Flash and Snowball. Jeez. Interesting. Most people don't actually take Snowball Flash. I wonder if they agreed to that, or if that's just their normal tactic. DoctorFill has 10 seconds on his health relic, but a Snowball, the mark lands. Xyrris takes it and is now trying to zone off DoctorFill. This is very smart by Xyrris. DoctorFill knows that, does get knocked up. Let's take a little bit of poke. Xyrris was very smart with the way he played that. Made sure to zone off DoctorFill and get the health pack so they could share it. And Xyrris now has a big wave that's going to crash. Xyrris can take a moment, take a little bit of a breather, and maybe get some mana regen from his Fairy Charm now, because that is a big wave DoctorFill now needs to deal with. He's going to try and freeze it, but that will crash slightly under tower. He might be able to still freeze it. Now Xyrris can't really do much because he has no health relics. Actually, that's a lie. He has one spawning in 2 seconds. Now, I don't know what's in the inspiration tree. He might have Revitalize, which increases his healing. Which is good, because I believe... Let me double check this. Move this up. Yeah, it does restore health if you're full mana. So DoctorFill looks like he is full mana right now. I'll move this back. Now he's not full mana, so he's not getting the health regen anymore. Yeah, I agree. Lady Alexio says health versus mana kind of game. Definitely seems that way. As Xyrris now, I would say, has taken the lead, although he does not have a CS advantage. That's a pretty huge thing. And he has 0 damage dealt on the tower right now. Xyrris will zone off DoctorFill, but not good enough. DoctorFill does get a little bit of that health relic, as the second one spawns behind DoctorFill, so he will get some health back. Xyrris is a lot better mana-wise now. Zoning off DoctorFill from getting the CS, which Xyrris needs to do. He needs to play minion waves perfectly at this point to come back. Looks like Xyrris will go for both health pots. Health relics, I should clarify. I think I know what's about to happen, but I don't want to say it yet. Okay, that is not what I predicted. I would have been wrong. Ult comes out. Oh, and he lands the passive root. Waits the last second. Great trade for Xyrris here. DoctorFill will go under tower. Will throw out his ultimates to try and even out the trades. Xyrris lands the mark and goes back in. Lands the knockup. DoctorFill needs to flash out of that. Now DoctorFill needs to stall for 30 seconds for his health relics. Man, I can't believe Xyrris is actually clawing back. This looks so doomed, but he's closing the CS number slightly. It's just the mana. I feel like if he went Guardian Horn for the mana regen, that would have been better. But then again, I'm not playing the tournament, and currently, he looks to be in a decent spot. Not perfect yet, but he has closed the CS gap a bit, by 10 CS now. DoctorFill does have that health pack back behind him. Xyrris misses the snowball that he casted. Will not get the passive proc onto DoctorFill. DoctorFill does manage to dodge it. Ooh, does take a tower shot, but that's okay because he has a lot of sustain. Ooh, took 2 tower shots. Okay, now it's not as safe. I know, I'm AFK. Game, please. Just customs. For me. For these guys, it's not. DoctorFill gets the health back. Xyrris also has his health pack. You can see here if you hold tab. But he's chilling. Oh, he goes for another engage. DoctorFill was a little late on the W. Doesn't take too much damage as the knockup comes up from the snowball and Nunu. And Nunu is now out of mana. Does dodge the third Gwen ultimate charge. Xyrris does have the health pack, which I would assume he needs to go back. Xyrris is on a very scary timer now because he is at 70 CS. By he, I mean DoctorFill. So he's getting very close to getting that 100 CS threshold of winning the game. Xyrris either needs to play absolutely flawlessly with these minion waves to catch up and get a 100 CS win, or try and kill him, as Xyrris looks like he wants to try and kill him. I bet that W is annoying Xyrris so much. Xyrris does have another health pack spawning in 22 seconds as he's taking 3 tower shots. Oh, and he goes in. Oh no, I think that was a misplay. I don't think he realized that he was tanking tower. He took 3 tower shots there. Ooh, that is unfortunate for Xyrris there. But well played to DoctorFill. That was a back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if that was, if we get a salty run back on that. Jay DM'd me. What does Jay have to say? Oh, he just says hi stream, ooh woo. In case you're wondering. That's what he said. Alright, I'll set up the next game. Xyrris gets side selection. Your choice of side is Xyrris. I assume he wants this side since he's on here. Jay sent me another message saying, oh wait, this one is... I can't read what he said. He can't share it. He can't share the message. It's unfortunate. It's a tragedy. Okay, right. I'll join DoctorFill's team this time. And Trinda. Okay, so Xyrris sticking with that. I'll put up this screen again. DoctorFill bans Yasuo. Here we are on game 2. DoctorFill with the 1-0 lead currently. Maybe I can move this. I don't want to I'm scared of revealing it. I want to show the bottom of chat. There we go, just so you can see something. Something more. Both players still not figuring out their picks. Oh wait, but if I go too low, then you don't really see the timer as well. I'd rather have you guys see the timer than... Maybe I need to find that sweet spot. That's not very sweet. Whatever, you know, just keep it like this. That's good enough, right? DoctorFill has locked in. Again, will not reveal the pick for competitive integrity. I didn't actually test my mic. Hopefully my mic is... Okay. Imagine if I was talking this time and no one heard me. It wouldn't make much sense because people have been replying to my comments. I just had this one stream that I did where I streamed for like 40 minutes and my mic was not hooked up. It was hooked up, but it wasn't registering on the Streamlabs. Okay, everything is locked in. We are good to go for game 2 of this best of 3 losers round 1. DoctorFill picked Mordekaiser. And Nunu again. Xyrris sticking with the Nunu. Ooh, interesting chroma. What is that? That must be an Emerald Dark Star chroma. Pretty nifty. Hook him. Okay, game 2. The winner of this faces, I want to say Chrisfish, I think. Could be wrong on that. I don't want to tab out now in case something crazy happens. I did not put this in the rules, but for anyone listening, if someone happens to disconnect at the beginning of the game to the point where it actually impacts them, we'll remake the game. DoctorFill getting a good trade. Now let's talk about buffs. I'm pretty sure Mordekaiser's actually nerfed in this mode. He is. He takes 5% more damage, and he deals 5% less damage. However, Mordekaiser is still a fantastic duelist. Great in 1v1. Ooh, I think Xyrris dodged that. He goes for the snowball, does land the knockup, does land the Q to heal himself. And interesting, Xyrris does go for the Guardian Orb. I wonder if he's listening to me, or he messed up, or he realized that mana was a big issue and wanted to change it. Or maybe it's a matchup thing. I have no idea. Mark lands on the minion. Ooh, and DoctorFill pulls him back in. Xyrris, very low health now. Does heal with his Q. Never underestimate a Nunu's healing. Mord E misses. DoctorFill tanks tower shot, but will reduce that damage because of his shield. Ooh, Xyrris tries to snowball him before he locks on the health, but they're going to share that health. Xyrris takes the mark back, goes for a little chomp. Ooh, DoctorFill still has his W. Does land the E, pulls him back in. Xyrris has no flash. Will heal with his Q again. Ah, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Xyrris going for a snowball. DoctorFill is trying to go for his health relic. Xyrris lets go of the snowball. Does miss DoctorFill barely. So both people have their health pack spawning in 6 seconds. It looks like there might be a gentleman's agreement to go for each other's. Go for their own. As you see, DoctorFill will rotate, giving the ram his thumbs up. Xyrris will hold the wave there. He will be building up quite a big wave. Now, DoctorFill will need to deal with that as he lands an E. Xyrris is getting very low mana, and well, it'll be a surprise for all of us who's going to get out of this. And DoctorFill takes the victory over Xyrris. And DoctorFill advances in the loser bracket, and unfortunately, Xyrris will be eliminated. GG's. Okay, now we can go to the bracket where everyone else is. Let's update this. DoctorFill wins 2-0 against Xyrris. Thanks for playing Xyrris. And now, yeah, that matchup was on Chrisfish, so he's facing DoctorFill now. So let's set up. We'll give DoctorFill a break. We'll set up his game last. I actually made a list of who I wanted to spectate. Okay, we're going to spectate Jay versus. Okay, we're actually not. So good news for Jay, and this is a DM'd. Let me double check. Let me make sure he didn't update anything. I'm pretty sure Coach Mike said he wasn't going to play. I think he forfeited. Let me double check this though. Xyrris DM me saying that was fun. First ever 1v1 tourney. GG. See you next. Thank you, Xyrris. I appreciate you joining. Okay. Yeah, LOL Coach Mike says, yeah, I know, but I'm going to FF the losers bracket. Someone can have a bye. So, by default, let me pull up the bracket real quick again. Jay advances. Sorry, Jay, you're going to be sitting a little tighter. But the good news is that you're advancing. So thanks for playing, Coach Mike. We'll spectate Chrisfish and DoctorFill since there's more on the line with this match. This is losers. We'll definitely see these guys again because these guys will eventually enter losers. One of these guys will. Alright, so let's set up. We'll give DoctorFill a break. We'll set up Bisexual Lion and ZeroZen, assuming that they haven't done it themselves. This is Summoner's Rift. That would have been kind of funny, but not the mode I wanted. So based off of this, Bisexual Lion is Team 1, so we'll invite him first. Then ZeroZen is Team 2. Where's ZeroZen? There he is. You may start when ready. I'm going to leave them. Next setup we will do is Lord versus Kreamypie. These two are buddies. Kreamypie is Team 2. Perfect. Join this and invite Lord. And I know that there's some people that might want to watch this matchup, but I'm trying to make sure to do the losers, because again, there's more on the line here. We're guaranteed to see more games of these, whether they win or lose. So, I want to make it more exciting. Can I? Nope, that's not the right link. Both may start when ready. And then last but certainly not least, we have DoctorFill versus Chrisfish. And Jay just needs to sit back and look handsome as always. I believe DoctorFill is Team 2 in the first matchup. Yes, he is. Chrisfish is Team 1. All right. I will make one of them master. You may start when both are ready. Oh, I should probably move them to their voice channels, huh? Room D, I'll move Chrisfish, DoctorFill. Jay stays in waiting room. Now let's take this time to talk about players real quick. Some people are eliminated, so I know this is kind of a weird time, but hey, people might have joined, not have even seen the beating of the stream. So these are the participants in alphabetical order. We have Bisexual Lion, we have Chrisfish, we have DoctorFill, we have Jay, we have Kreamypie, we have LOL Coach Mike 2, we have LordAzepam, we have Xyrris, and last but certainly not least, we have ZeroZenRL, aka ZeroZen Rocket League. As we see chats, I'm going to post this up just to be safe as always. Both players are saying ready. Sorry, only one player saying ready. Oh, Chrisfish going in with the no ban. Wow. Okay. And DoctorFill will ban Sivir. And you can go no ban if you choose to. A little surprised, but I respect it. As DoctorFill, oh, then they instantly locked it in. This is quick. They know what they want. They want to get this show on the road. So it's Mordekaiser. The confidence of a no ban. It is quite confident, especially if you're entering losers. Now, maybe Chris is thinking, because Chris is, if he wins this, he's against Jay. Maybe there's a little strategy there. He doesn't want to go against Jay. I would assume not. No, it would still be fun to play against your friend, regardless. Confidence of a no-man is indeed shocking. Okay, Chrisfish portaling in. Gonna do a little dance. Oh, okay. Battle of the bands over here. Chrisfish with a nice dodge on the Mordekaiser Q. Okay, we talked about the Mordekaiser buffs, or nerfs I should say. Chrisfish, if he stays in vision, damage buff, 3% damage taken, that's very weird. So he takes less damage, and then he gets attack speed scaling. Oh, I should probably put up this thing. Ah, never mind, we'll watch the fight first. There we go. Ooh, good Q knock up by Chrisfish. DoctorFill still has his W passive. Ooh, rough trade for DoctorFill. Chrisfish has Q3. We'll use it on the minion wave. Ooh. Oh, Chrisfish barely gets away from that Mordekaiser E. I like the way Chrisfish is playing around these bushes, trying to E and movement around there, make it a little more hard to predict where he will be. DoctorFill is trying to look like he's freezing the wave and going for the health pack. We'll show the Mordekaiser nerfs. Just 5 damage. He takes 5% more damage and deals 5% damage less. Fish goes in. He lands, but he's unstoppable. Goes back with his E. Summoner spell Mark and Barrier for Chrisfish, and Mark and Flash for DoctorFill. Dan and Q barely outside of range. CS, 5 CS different. Chrisfish in the lead in that department. Now both of them went Conqueror, so there's not going to be a whole lot of sustain with these guys. Chrisfish goes in for the trade, does land the Q3, but tanks the tower shot and barriers. And we'll see who comes out of this. Look at these two dots fighting. We have a green dot and a red dot going underneath the tower. Red dot's trying to run it. He takes tower aggro, and they're trading 1-for-1 into the Mordekaiser. He pulls him in. Chrisfish has little HP left. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. The health pack is in 5 seconds. Who's going to be keeping track of that 3-second health pack there? They're both going to bolt for it. I guarantee it. As they both walk forward, DoctorFill is going to pick it up, going to get the health. Chrisfish will walk in, get hit by the Q. The damage is irrelevant because the health is irrelevant because of the damage. As DoctorFill takes game 1. That escalated so quickly. Okay, so that's game 1 to DoctorFill. Chrisfish at side selection. What side? Hat side. What side do you want? Same side? Okay. So wait, wasn't he... He wants team 1. And then I will join DoctorFill again. Put this up. Brazil is a great equalizer of health bars. If only there was a way I could see into Mordekaiser. If only there was a champion. Both have locked in. Here we are in game 2. We'll reveal it. Mordekaiser. Curious what Chrisfish will go. I wouldn't be surprised if Chrisfish does a run back. I think Chrisfish was doing well, and I think he just had a slight misplay underneath the tower. And it is the run back. Exact same champions. Okay, this is game 2. Just a reminder. If DoctorFill wins this, he advances to the next round in the loser's bracket. If Chris loses this, he is eliminated. The winner of the overall best of 3 will face Jay in loser's round 3. Yone instantly goes in for the trade. They are not holding back at all. Mordekaiser E swings and misses. The mark lands, and DoctorFill chases that down. I believe DoctorFill still has his W up, so he will get a shield. They're just duking it out. Chrisfish goes for the barrier. DoctorFill flashes away, knowing that he can't win the trade anymore. Will heal a little bit with his W. Chrisfish overall winning the trade. Let me pull up the items. We have Guardian Orb. I think Guardian Orb is a little questionable because you waste stats because of the mana regen, and Mordekaiser has no mana regen. However, I'm not playing in this tournament. My opinion is not as relevant as the players competing in it. Chrisfish pops his potions, no potions on DoctorFill, so fairly even opponent-wise. As Chrisfish will go for another trade. DoctorFill. Ooh. It's hard to tell that he's regenerating health with that skin because of the potions. You see the little potions particles. But with it being so green, it kind of looks like it's just part of the skin. Ooh. Good E by DoctorFill. Q3 from Chris lands onto DoctorFill, goes for the E, misses the W though. Health pack spawning in 2 seconds. Looks like DoctorFill knows of this. Ooh, does land the E. Good sidestep to reposition the E to get Chris to pull into him. Lands the mark, and DoctorFill has full Conqueror proc. Gets knocked up by the Q3 from Chrisfish. Now, I don't know if DoctorFill took Revitalize, the healing and shielding one. Oh, as he lands the E, Chrisfish will teleport no matter what, unless he dies, but he will certainly not die there. DoctorFill does not want to be that aggressive. Health pack spawns in 7 seconds, the very back one. What's this called? Is it just called North? Yeah, North and South? Okay. What's the middle one called? Oh, they're just called North in general? Oh, Inner Relic, Outer Relic. Wait, wouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't this be the outer one since it's outside more? Maybe because it's outside the base? I don't know. I'm not going to get that specific. CS difference is only a 2 CS lead for Chrisfish, still anyone's game. Minion wave looks pretty even. I assume Chrisfish is getting the health packs, and he is if you look at the timers. Mordekaiser is level 6, so we might see an ult and not actually see what happens. DoctorFill. Going to go for the health. Ooh, does not dodge the Q3. Chrisfish shields himself from a little bit of the damage, as does DoctorFill. Chooses not to recast that W for health. Wonder if he was not thinking about that. It wouldn't have been much, though. Very minuscule. Chrisfish has Q3 up. Decides not to use it. Oh, there you go. He used it last second. Chrisfish goes for the E. Misses the W onto DoctorFill. 2 CS advantage for Chrisfish. DoctorFill doing a good job trying to keep it even. DoctorFill now evens it, but the waves, they changed that. As they're going in for trades now, DoctorFill procs the Conqueror. Chrisfish now procs Conqueror and has Q3. Uses it to dash out, but the Mordekaiser comes out. One of these people will not come out of this ult. I guarantee it. And Mordekaiser, DoctorFill takes the win over Chrisfish. Chrisfish, unfortunately for him, is eliminated. But fortunately for DoctorFill, he advances and will face Jay for the losers round 3. Pull up the bracket. So, oh wait, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. I am so sorry, guys. DoctorFill does win. I thought it was Jay. He's facing the loser of 9. Okay. Check the match results. ZeroZen and Bisexual Lion. So ZeroZen won. Congratulations to ZeroZen. Made it to the semifinals. 2-0. I assume LordAzepam. Oh, they're in Champion Select. Bummer, I just missed them. Part of me almost wants to ask if... I won't ask to cancel. I wish I knew what the score was. Actually, you know what? This is kind of a big deal. I'll ask. Okay, they quit. Just trying to butter up the judge before the tourney. Of course. Okay. We'll join him, I guess. Oh, don't pick. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this game we have here, I don't know what the score is. Another message was posted here. Hang on. Oh, wait, no. Never mind, I take that back. Kreamypie is locked in. We're good to go. So again, this is LordAzepam versus Kreamypie. LordAzepam says it's 1-0 for him. As we see Garen. Now, I don't know what Kreamypie has picked, but in his first match, he picked Soraka and Yuumi, and he goes for Lulu. He's playing supports. He's going for the supportal combat. So let's see. I believe the loser of this match, or this best of 3, will face Jay. So the loser of this best of 3 will face Jay. I know that for certain. That's 100% accurate. Lulu versus Garen. I actually don't think this is a bad matchup for Lulu at all. Lulu going Exhaust Ignite along with the Gare Bear. I've never seen Lord play Garen in my life. Alright, sniffing them out. Lord goes in, gets the shield on his W, does decent damage with the E. Kreamypie does have the range advantage, does shield himself. Lands the Q slow and will land a few auto attacks. Now let's talk about buffs. Lulu has some pretty massive buffs. 5% damage dealt, 5% shielding. So it feels pretty good. I think Lulu's alright in 1v1s. And you have Garen with just 5% less damage taken. So buff-wise, Lulu's buff. But again, Lulu's not really known to be a big duelist. We'll see how it is. Like I said at the beginning of this match, LordAzepam is currently 1-0 in this matchup, in this best of 3. Lord goes in. Oh, gets polymorphed. The Q doesn't actually go through. Now the Q goes through. Lulu gets silenced, loses that trade so far. Yeah, and Garen will get his passive health regen and took Phase Rush. Okay, Garen took Phase Rush. So he can go in for some trades and run away from this ranged matchup. Should have gone AD Lulu. I think AD Lulu would have been better, personally. But I mean, it's easier to poke with this matchup with Q. So it depends on your playstyle. Because it's very hard to get in range with AD Lulu in certain matchups. That's just my 2 cents. And I'm saying 2 cents because that's all the money I have in my bank account. Kreamypie going to shove a giant wave underneath the tower. We'll get some good auto attack damage onto this tower as well. This is really good for Kreamypie actually, and has a big CS advantage. Garen will just try to E the wave to thin it out more. Tank Teemo is a Yordle to go tank with. You seem very knowledgeable about picks and stuff, Luxio. Maybe next tournament we'll see you in here, huh? That would be exciting. Exhaust comes out, but the polymorph kind of makes the exhaust irrelevant. Kreamypie ults himself. LordAzepam cannot get in range, just gets silenced and knocked up, and the Garen just can't do anything there. Garen will get the health pack. Kreamypie has 2 of his health packs on his side, and he has this one coming here, which I'm not going to ping, but you can see my mouse, spawning in 13 seconds, which it looks like Kreamypie is positioning for that. As he backs up, maybe not. Maybe I'm overestimating the pie. CS lead more than, well, about to be more than double, slightly, for Kreamypie. Mainly the tower damage. I think the tower damage is more concerning than the than the CS numbers. As LordAzepam goes in, Kreamypie shields himself, dodges the ult with the shield, the damage, I should say. And Lord will go away. Big minion wave, though. Now, there is still a health pack that Kreamypie could get, so the trade wasn't that bad for him. LordAzepam also has health potion. He needs to use it. Refillable potion, I do not like that purchase. Not trying to flame people, but you're not going to get its use out of it because you're not going to die in this. Health potions are better because they're one-time uses anyways. I don't know. This is a tough situation of knowing who has the lead. Kreamypie has a lot more control of the minion wave state. But obviously the health gap is pretty massive. If no flame, why do I smell fire? Things are just heating up, I guess. I'm just trying to educate people, you know, and I'm trying to find things to talk about. As the other health relic pops up, Kreamypie is going to go away from that. We'll speed boost himself instead of polymorph the Garen. Better move. I haven't moved. Yep. About to say I haven't moved in a while. I'm going to get that pop-up. Lord goes in. Kreamypie shields some of the damage. Polymorphs the Garen. Knocks up the Garen. The health relic will heal both of them. Good auto attacks from Kreamypie, but will not win the trade. Only has a 3 CS advantage now. Nice poke by Kreamypie. Nice auto attacks. Aaron goes in, gets polymorphed, but the Q somehow connects even though he's polymorphed. I've never seen that happen in my life. I wonder if that was a bug. Not a game-breaking bug, thankfully, though. Won't have the inner... It's outer. Outer relics. Okay, outer relics spawning for a little while. Kreamypie now taking back a CS advantage. 41 to 29. Polymorph can be janky sometimes. It was certainly janky there. That's for sure. Even though it's irrelevant, he does get the cannon minion. Ooh, gets polymorphed. Doesn't land the Q. Re-engages on the Q. He's tower diving, but Kreamypie goes with the exhaust. Oh, and he does have the auto attack range difference. Lands the Q. And they both go about even on the trade of health. However, Garen has passive health regen. As you can see here, he's getting the regen. Exhaust comes out. Ultimate knocks up the Lord. Kreamypie maintains range. Will he be able to finish him off? Lord shields himself. He's trying to run for the health relic. If he gets the health relic, he should be okay. He gets the health relic. He re-engages, but Kreamypie finishes him off with the AP burst of the E, and we are now 1 out of 1. One more game will decide who will go to loser's bracket and who will advance to semifinals. Well played to Kreamypie. Good try by LordAzepam. I still don't think I've pronounced his name correctly once. I'll set up the game. LordAzepam gets side selection for this match. We will also be spectating from Kreamypie's point of view. Salkset. Yeah, that's what I wanted to type. Bans Tryndamere. I'm curious to see what will be banned here. I have a feeling... Ban Lulu? Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I have a feeling he would ban Lulu. That looked very annoying. Oh, I'm the host. Oopsies. Ativan? Is that like some offensive word that I just whipped out? His name is a generic drug? Really? Fascinating. I'm just gonna butcher it every time. That's easier for me. Kidding, of course. I'm not trying to. I like simple names. You know? Something that I... Actually, my names are not that simple now that I think about it. And I had the therapist, and a lot of people made some very inappropriate jokes about that. So, who am I one to talk about names? Psych drug puns? Oh, you like psych drug puns. Excellent. As we get Garen again versus Soraka. I feel like this would be a very annoying matchup for Garen. Not as annoying as Lulu. I don't think Soraka has any buffs. Oh, you came up with his name? Nice. Let me double check. Yeah, Soraka is perfectly balanced. Why does my mouse look regular? That's weird. There we go. Okay, this is game 3 for this best of 3 match. The loser of this will go to the loser's bracket. The winner of this will go to semifinals. I think facing ZeroZen. I don't want to tab out just in case. Kreamypie does land the E.
I will not save you. No, I'm not happy to see you. Yes, that is a horn.
Ooh, Garen dodges the Q.
Minions have spawned.
Always forget to pull up the menu. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Guardian Orb, as predicted. I mean, I did not say I was going to predict that, but I mean, given it's AP Soraka, the best item to build on her. Garen with the health regen, so both are going to be healing quite a bit, but Garen's is pretty much guaranteed. Kreamypie, if he misses Qs, that's going to hurt him a bit. CSing on Soraka is a challenge. I will be amazed if Kreamypie manages to out-CS Lord. Better move. Luxio says, never mind. Soraka silences the Garen, so Garen can't do much. Garen will do the spin to win, but will he actually win? Kreamypie lands the Q, gets some health regen from that. Nice auto attacks. Kreamypie. As I was saying, Luxio says, Raka has the slowest attack speed of all champs. I think that's accurate. Vladimir auto attacks are pretty brutal too, as is Karthus, but I think Soraka's is the slowest. Soraka, Vladimir, and Karthus are by far the worst auto attackers, in my opinion. Huge wave pushing into LordAzepam. Full attack speed Soraka slaps. Ooh, Kreamypie tanks a tower shot. That hurts him a little bit. But he does have a big wave, dealing a decent amount of damage. Check the health here. 1988. We already talked about Garen buffs, but in case someone wasn't looking, he just takes 5% less damage. That's the Howling Abyss buffs / nerfs. Champion balance. Excuse me. CS lead for Lord. Zoning off Kreamypie here. But no matter what, it will be pushing into Kreamypie because Lord has a big wave pushing in. And Kreamypie might be able to catch up with how big of a minion wave this is. Misses one CS though. Again, Soraka is just so hard to CS on. All the minions are low. Oh, silence onto the Garen. And he gets rooted from that. Ooh, that Q chunks all of that minion wave. Does miss that minion, though. Ooh, nice Q. And, oh, he takes 2 tower shots for that. Tries to re-engage, exhausts the Soraka. Soraka exhausts the Garen in response. Soraka also gets ignited. Jay. LordAzepam. I'm sorry, I called him by his first name. Oopsie doopsie. Let's get some health back. Oh, I wonder if he has the, he has Sweet Footwork, so his sustain is pretty good. Might have the, I can't remember the, it's the new rune that gives you health if you kill minions or something, like 2 health. I wonder if he has that. Soraka throws out the silence. Kreamypie will go back and get the health, it looks like. Azepam will just sit there farming. Not much he can really do. 33 to 32 as Kreamypie walks back with a little more health and a little bit more mana from that health relic. He lands, Kreamypie gets the regen from that. Garen is chilling though, has a little bit of a CS lead, not enough where he feels comfortable, but he has 3 health potions. His sustain is just fine. This might come down to a CS or tower game, I think. I don't think either one of them have the damage to kill one another. How much cooldown does Kreamypie have? 10? Okay. He probably didn't take cooldown runes then. Because this gives 10, I think, right? No? Okay, maybe he did. Maybe I'm incorrect. LordAzepam has 50 CS. But if Kreamypie gets these 5 minions, it's going to be fairly close. Ooh, he's going to miss 2 of those. Rough. 5 CS advantage now. As LordAzepam will go in. Soraka Silence goes out. Does silence him, but does not root him. He's cracked at CSing on Raka, says Luxio in chat. He's doing pretty well. I mean, it's fairly even considering he's playing one of the most difficult legends to CS with. Kreamypie has the Poros chasing him for snacks. Soraka silences and roots LordAzepam. Kreamypie trying to make sure that this wave... He's pinging for assistance. Yeah, I'm on the way. I'm gonna help. Don't worry, guys. I'm kidding. I'd probably end up feeding him. I'm so useless right now on Blitzcrank. What am I going to do? Pull a tanky Garen into the Soraka and kill her? As the CS numbers are getting much, much closer now. LordAzepam going for some trading. And they'll be about even. Garen re-engages. Throws the Ignite out a little preemptively, I think. Trying to zone off Kreamypie, I would assume, was his goal. As LordAzepam pops one of his health potions. Still has 2 left. Kreamypie about half HP. Exhaust comes out. Silence goes out in response. Q lands. Now LordAzepam needs to be a little cautious here because minions deal a lot of damage with that many. And he has no items because he's probably sitting on a ton of gold because no one can go back and buy. Ooh, Kreamypie takes the tower shot. That's not good for him. But the minions killing that tower is good for him. Almost half HP. $64 CS to 68. LordAzepam with the CS lead. Yeah, I think it will come down to a CS victory. Kreamypie is starting to get a bit on a timer. Around 70 CS is when you really need to start making decisions on, okay, do I all in or do I just try my best to create freezing waves or something here? Lord is going to shove in this wave. I think this is a very good call for Lord. Because now Kreamypie needs to manage this wave perfectly. And he's tanking it, which is smart. And Lord doesn't want him to do that. Oh, that's going to be too hard to CS for Soraka. That Q ruined the entire wave. Ooh, okay. LordAzepam has this bigger CS advantage now. LordAzepam goes for a Q, gets silence, ignites, goes under tower. Whoa, this is so bad for Lord. Kreamypie pops the ult. I think he should have waited because he got ignited so that healing was reduced. It doesn't matter for now. This is very close CS scores right now. 72 to 76, but LordAzepam does have CS going into him. Now, I did put in the rules that you need to type 100 CS in case it's dead even. But since I'm spectating, I might let that rule slide. Because I'm watching the CS numbers very closely at this point. As the wave almost crashes under tower. We're going to try and push that wave in. LordAzepam is a whole wave above in CS. Kreamypie is too scared to walk up, justifiably so. And the minions are dying. Kreamypie is in such a bad spot now. Kreamypie lands the silence, but it's not going to be relevant anymore. Oh, Raka ult removes Grievous? Okay, good to know. You should be casting this, Bisexual, and not me. Fair enough. Kreamypie wants to shove in this wave to make sure it's harder for LordAzepam to CS, but also to try and get some tower aggro. Because again, if he destroys first tower, he wins. That's another win advantage. You thought it doesn't anymore, said Grisward? I don't know. I'm not going to research it, but if someone wants to search it for me, that would be very much appreciated. But why search now? This is an intense game. This is a best of 3, so this is the final match. CS numbers. 13 CS advantage for LordAzepam. Kreamypie, I think, just needs to try and fight him out. I don't think there's any other way. If LordAzepam gets every CS here, he's going to be 1 minion away from winning the game. I'm going to have chat open just to say, just in case. There's no other way to know. It's not as obvious. Oh, but he's going for the... Oh, and he doesn't want the minion advantage. Ooh, Kreamypie will live, but I don't think it matters. Unless he's choosing not to CS. One more wave, and that does it. He wins, gets 100 CS. I'm here for some weird reason. Awkward. We're going to kill him together. We're going to beat him up. Don't worry. Kreamypie, I got you. Don't worry. I got him. I got him. I got him. I didn't mean to walk down here, but we're this deep in here. Okay, I'm exiting game now. Jay, of course, wins that. Congratulations to Jay, who will be facing off against ZeroZen, I believe. That was a long best of 3. I thought about making these best of 5s, but after watching that game, I'm glad I didn't. So it was actually 2-1. So we have ZeroZen, LordAzepam facing each other in semifinals. They are going to sit this one out because these losers need to play. That sounds so insulting, but that's what it's called. It's called the losers bracket. Who should we spectate? We've seen a lot of DoctorFill. Have we seen Bisexual? I don't think we've seen Bisexual Lion. No, we did. The first game, duh. Oh, this is a rematch. Bisexual Lion and DoctorFill? That might be kind of fun to watch. Watch Kreamypie and Jay. We haven't seen much Jay. I don't think we've seen Jay at all. Someone didn't disconnect, though, unless it's bugged. There you go. Alright, I will set up Bisexual Lion and DoctorFill first. And like I said, the winner's bracket, ZeroZen and Lord, will need to wait because the bracket needs to catch up. They'll play whenever this match starts. Custom game, Howling Abyss. We'll first invite DoctorFill. Then we'll invite Bisexual Lion. Getting a rematch. Oh, he says ban Rengar. This is irrelevant, like I said. If we can only watch one game at a time, we're going to watch Kreamypie and Jay. Probably need to move them to the right voice channels. Kreamypie's team 1. I'll invite Jay first. Jay's been sitting a little while because he got that bye because hello, Coach Mike quit. Jay even here? Let's see, Jay, Kreamypie, Room D, that's fine. Chrisfish, I don't know why Chrisfish is still here. I'm gonna move him in the waiting room. Oh, they had set up a game already? I see. We'll spectate Jay for game 1 since we spectate Kreamypie last. Match results. Yep, that's been posted. By the way, it always says defeat, because whenever everyone leaves the game, it says defeat for everyone. It's not like these people are lying about their wins, even though it looks really sketchy. Hey, look at my match history. I won. Awesome. Oh, he posted the fool. Ben Rengar. Okay, so they posted the ban, so I'm going to put this up. Oh. This guy, okay, someone, I think Kreamypie kicked him, thankfully. Oh, okay, good. I have the barrier thing up. Okay, so this is Jay versus Kreamypie. Let me pull this up. Is there a way to go to my second screen? Go to my second stream. I just... Now we will just risk it. Hide this for now. This is the bracket. Oh wait, could I do this? Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, we're looking at Kreamypie versus Jay. And currently we have Bisexual Line and DoctorFill doing a rematch, just like round 1. This is final elimination. So whoever loses these best of threes will be eliminated. I want to cautiously escape. Put this back up. Put this up. Oh, everyone locked in. Oops. We have Jay piloting the Huawei. Someone sent me a DM. Oh, can I read it before it goes? No! We'll never know what is being said. So Lulu versus Huawei. I believe Huawei is perfectly balanced in this. He used to have ability cooldown and I think extra damage, but they eventually nerfed it. Tab out real quick. Jay, I don't know what he said. I'll check the DM if I remember after this. Actually, maybe I can check now. Hang on. What did Jay say? Do Zen and I wait? Yes. Yes, if you're listening, you wait, but I also DM'd you.
As long as it takes.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
I wonder if Jay lost connection. Maybe he's doing a very unique strategy. Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking of what to build. No! He built the item. That's okay. It's fine. Although, actually, wait, how much does this cost?
Oh, come right in.
150? Yeah, never mind. This is fine. He started a needlessly large rod, so going for full damage. I'm curious how he's going to maintain mana here. Way perfectly balanced as they're already going for a trade. Kreamypie dealing a lot of damage with this AP Lulu. Jay gets zoned off this first wave as well. Will lose some CS, as will Kreamypie, but Kreamypie is just winning the trade so hard that doesn't really matter as much. Kreamypie is playing so aggro all of a sudden. Oh, flashes, polymorphs. Land some auto attacks. Jay flashes away. Kreamypie dodges the QQ by Jay. Jay throwing out some emotes. As the health relic spawns, Kreamypie is going to try and zone up Jay. Doesn't dodge the QQ. Oh, and there's the first blood. Wow. That was a quick one. GG's. Game 1 of the best of 3. Who's DMing? Oh, I already answered him. On stream, as well as on the DMs. Never underestimate a Yordle, and never underestimate the power of the Scout's Code. Jay gets side. Oh, wait, that message didn't go through. He didn't connect. Can't. I guess I'll retype it. Ban Tryndamere. I'm feeling it's might be a ban Lulu here. We'll see. I think Kreamypie has banned every Tryndamere every single game. And going for a Rengar ban. As we're in Champions. Oh, wait. No, I wanted to spectate Kreamypie. This is good. Oh. Jay Kreamypie says, "Hey stream" with the I don't want to move anything. He says, "Hey stream" with the cat face emoji. Happy hashtag pride. Whoa. Calm down the trash talk. Actually, I could have just waited and showed that after Jay locks in his pick. He's still picking. Kreamypie has locked in. I have locked in my Blitzcrank. As always, the classic. Go Jay. Jay's going to need some support, guys. Jay is down 0-1 in this best of 3. If he loses this best of 3, he will be eliminated. And of course, vice versa, if Kreamypie loses this best of 3, even though he has a 1-0 lead, he will be eliminated. Jay still picking his champion. Unless he just forgot to lock in. He gonna booty shake it? He got it? Okay. That's a new term. I'm excited to see that booty shaking. Okay, here we go. We have Lulu for Kreamypie. And will it be the Hwei again? It'll be Yorick. Okay, I think Yorick's nerfed on Howling Abyss. Interesting. So he decides he doesn't want to go with the Hwei. He decided Hwei is not the way. Jay decided Hwei is not the way. The sneaky Yorick. Yes, sir. He plays quite a bit of Yorick. I still don't really know how to transfer mastery thing. I don't know what level 30 means. It's probably like 200,000 mastery points, maybe? No idea. That's 300k? So is 40 400k and 50 500k? Is that how it works? Or is it way more complicated than that? Yes? Okay. That makes it a little easier. Thanks, Chris. So we see Lulu versus Yorick. I want to see Yorick. I want to see his buffs and nerfs. He's just perfectly balanced. I also want to see what he builds. If he's going for lethality or AP or what. Starting Arcane Comet, though, for his runes. Jay now finally enters the ring. Goes E, thinking Lulu's there. Beats the Poro. Jay doing some sick emotes. Perfectly balanced. I have a feeling Jay knows that Kreamypie's in there. Yep, well he knows now. Cage lands up. Jay pops the ghost and gets ignited by the Lulu. I mean, pretty fair trade. Oh, that changes things, though. Nice Q by Kreamypie. Kreamypie speed boosts himself. That increased attack speed. Jay has no more potions. Ooh, the E plus Arcane Comet. Decent damage. Does land the baby cage, or whatever that's called now. I think baby cage is a Vagar term, not a Yorick term. Oh, whoa! Jay flashes for the health relic to guarantee it. Jay is going to have to go all in now because he... Never mind. I was wrong. I thought he needed to go all in. I better move again. Jay's in a tough spot here. The cage does land. And the E... Ooh, Kreamypie flashes the Arcane Comet, but the ghouls are dealing a decent amount of damage. Is that even what they're called anymore? I don't know what those little guys of Yorick's is called. Jay's taking a little bit of minion damage. Ooh, does dodge a Lulu Q. That might have been the end of him. Kreamypie speeds himself up, throws an auto attack, procs the summon Airy, but is not enough damage. And Jay will get the health relic back behind him. Kreamypie still has his health relic back here. But I think Kreamypie is just going to relax a little bit now. CS, pretty much even at this point. Looks like Jay's preparing to get his Q. He has 2 of those little things, which means he can spawn his little ghouls, I'll call them. I have a feeling he's going to try and go for a Q and throw him and then go for a trade here. That's my prediction. Move. There we go. Oh, good damage by Kreamypie. Gets trapped in the cage. There goes the ult. Ooh. Will that be able to finish off Kreamypie? It does not look like. Kreamypie will now probably step back, kill those ghouls, and get the health is my assumption. Ooh, the Arcane Comet procs. Ooh, and the E lands! Oh, and Kreamypie needs to shield himself from the ghouls, ults himself for extra safety and gets some health. And will get the health relic. So Kreamypie health-wise will be fine, but this Arcane Comet is putting in a lot of work for Jay. Kreamypie is being very smart with his EQ placement. Yorick has a small army, all Lulu has his picks. Both seem pretty effective so far. Yorick has double currently, Kreamypie CS. However, Kreamypie, of course, has that massive wave underneath him, so he's probably going to even it out a little bit. He started Serrated Dirk first. Okay, and Boots. I think that's pretty good on Yorick.
I remain focused.
Well, I don't know where Yorick is, as does Kreamypie, because I'm on Kreamypie's team. No health relics to be collected, so he's probably sitting in one of these bushes. There he is. I was correct. As Jay lands the E onto Kreamypie, Kreamypie does shield a little bit of the damage with his E. Yorick with the 10 CS advantage. Kreamypie goes for a trade. Jay goes for the ghost. Does cage Kreamypie, does get a Q, but tanks a tower shot in return. Not very good for Jay. Well, he's still winning the trade. Uh-oh. Ignite comes out. Jay flashes. Lulu floats in response, and Lulu will take the win. Kreamypie takes the best of 3 win, and Jay is eliminated. And Kreamypie will advance. GG's. Wow. Well played to Kreamypie. Kreamypie has made it to losers round 4 and will face Bisexual Lion or DoctorFill. Are they in game? Or did they put? Let me see if they posted the match results first. 248. Yep, they did. So Kreamypie wins, Bisexual Lion wins. So now it's Kreamypie versus Bisexual Lion. Was it 2-0? It was 2-0. Perfect. Okay, well, GG's to Jay for participating. GG's to DoctorFill participating. I'll start up ZeroZen and LordAzepam. We're not going to be spectating that game, but I'll set them up. LordAzepam is Team 2. ZeroZen. Where can we move them to? We'll move LordAzepam, ZeroZen, do Kreamypie, Bisexual Lion. We'll join Lord's team. Actually, wait, no, I'm not spectating. Who gets side selection? What I mean, in case anyone doesn't know what statement I just said, is whenever I say top of the matchup, is if you look at the bracket here, I better leave in case they start. In case you don't know what I mean, is whenever I say top of the bracket, if you look at this, it's matchup ZeroZen versus LordAzepam. ZeroZen is on the top of the matchup underneath LordAzepam, so he's going to be team 1. That's what I mean, in case anyone's wondering. Set up Kreamypie. It looks like he's already setting up a game. Kreamypie is team 2. Watch. We'll see Bisexual Lion's POV point of view. You may start when ready. Ban Volley Bear. Anything important here that I need missing? Look at all these text channels. Boy, oh boy. Aren't you guys so happy that you don't see all these? Doesn't look like I'm missing anything. Hard R? Whoa. So wait, just to show, ban on Lulu, ban on Volleybear. Oh, I'm the host. Oops. Well, I'll start the game, I guess. Didn't realize I was the host. Hopefully they were ready. They both typed ready. Are they in game? Is there a way for me to see? They are. I wonder if they're doing Tryndamere v Tryndamere. They're both Tryndamere players. We'll see. Oh, you can't even see what I'm looking at. I was looking at the, this. LordAzepam is playing Tryndamere. I wonder if ZeroZen is also playing Trynd. Anyways, let's get back to the main game, the main entertainment. Kreamypie has locked in. Bisexual Lion has not yet. I believe. So the winner of this match is guaranteed something because they're guaranteed third. And third, you get a prize. As is the people in the semifinals, they're guaranteed a prize. I believe. This game is a pretty big deal. Well, I'm locking in. We are officially underway. We will see Bisexual Lion pocketing his pocket pick. Rengar. And Lulu was banned, so we're either going to see a Soraka, as my assumption. It's probably going to be Raka. Or maybe a Yuumi. I doubt it's Yuumi. Milio, okay. Huh. So I actually played Milio recently. His shielding and healing are nerfed, I believe, by 5%. But he has no damage nerfs. So full AP Milio is not that bad, but he only has 1 damage ability. But we'll see how Kreamypie decides to build Milio. Maybe he'll just go for a sustain battle. Rengar is going for Grasp, looking more of a tanky build. He has extra damage. He takes 8% less damage, and he has 20 tenacity. Obviously, Rengar's going to be in the bush. Anyone should know that. If you don't see Rengar, he's in the bush nearest to you. Kreamypie, let's double check these nerfs. Healing 5%. Oh, and shielding 10%. Okay. Bisexual Lion does decide to jump in. Kreamypie was quite fast on his shield. I will be very impressed if Kreamypie... I won't say that. Well, I will, because I've already said it. I would say if Kreamypie manages to win a tournament playing only supports, that would be very impressive. I'm getting flagged for AFK. Rengar is trading the Kreamypie. I mean, I just don't know how Milio will win this unless he goes for a sustained CS battle. I also find it interesting, Kreamypie thought Volibear was more of a problem than Rengar, but maybe Kreamypie will prove me wrong here. Kreamypie shields himself. Ooh. Oh, Rengar misses the E. Powered E, I believe that was. Milio with only 1 CS, but we'll have the way pushing into him. Does not land the E onto the Milio. Rengar doesn't. This is a big wave that Bisexual Lion is building up. Wow, that was a good dodge by Bisexual Lion. He jumps on the minion to not only CS, but dodge the Milio Q. Milio does dodge the E again from Bisexual Lion. Wait, he's proxy? He's going behind the tower to farm. Oh my goodness, the confidence on Bisexual Lion right now. Yeah, still pretty close. Too early to tell. Tower damage is a big deal at this point. Rengar and Kreamypie, aka Milio, both have 6. Milio's 6 isn't really that useful. It just cleanses him of everything and gives him a little bit of healing. Oh, Bisexual Lion lands the root onto Kreamypie, but he will pop the ult to disengage the cleanse the Ebola E. Bisexual Lion jumps, misses the E again, gets ignited, but I don't think that's going to do much to Bisexual Lion. And he lands the mark and goes in and gets first blood against Kreamypie. That is 1-0 for the best of 3. in favor of Bisexual Lion. I can see how they're doing. Still in a custom game. So Kreamypie gets side select first. And again, the loser of a match gets side selection. Ban Volleybear. Still don't know what side Kreamypie wants. I'm just gonna chill over here. Oh, he wants this side? Okay. Bisexual Lion bans Lulu. I'm going to have Kreamypie be in charge of starting it. Oh wow, they didn't even ask. They must have agreed verbally. Who's ready? Again, the bans are Volleybear and Lulu. I'd be surprised to see if Milio gets picked again by Kreamypie. I think Milio is okay, but I just think Milio, you're too reliant on landing your Q. That's it. His Q damage is quite good. But we'll see. We'll see if he whips it out again. Bisexual Lion has locked in. Kreamypie has 19 seconds to lock in as well. Bisexual Lion hits us with the Choo Choo. I have a feeling I know what skin he's using. I was correct. That was the right skin. Okay, we have Bisexual Lion's Orn versus Kreamypie's Kaiser. The first champion he's played that's not a support, I believe. As he all chats Choo Choo. Going for Hellablade's Kaiser. We'll see if he goes Guardian Orb or goes Guardian Hammer. Go something else. Pretty standard tank start here. Move this down for y'all. Okay, so just as a reminder, it's 1-0. The lead is for Bisexual Lion. He Orn this game. If he wins this game, he advances. If he loses this game, then we'll go on to game 3. Kreamypie goes Guardian Hammer and attack speed. The dagger. Now let's talk about buffs. Never mind, let's talk about trades, because this is what's happening now. Decent trade. Kreamypie lands the passive. Another Q. Bisexual Lion might jump in with his E. FK warning. Okay, so buffs. I think it's just attack speed buff. Yeah, and damage taken. For Kaiser. Orn is nerfed. Deals 10% less damage and takes 5% more as Bisexual Lion goes in, and he's feeling these nerfs right now in this duel. Ooh, Kreamypie gets Bisexual Lion very low. Kreamypie doing a good job zoning off Bisexual Lion early game. Health Relic spawns in 5 seconds. No one's really posturing for it. Kreamypie looks like he's kind of walking up because he knows. Ooh, Kreamypie gets the Health Relic. That's pretty big. Bisexual Lion will get the redemption. The nerfs feel really sad, Borbgul says. Yeah. I get you. I understand that. I played more Iron these past few ARAMs, and they've been rough. You certainly feel them, that's for sure. Let's see how Bisexual Lion adapts to the nerfs. He's currently struggling a little bit. Oh, he went Biscuits of Rejuvenation. Okay. That'll help him get him some sustain. It's also interesting that I haven't talked about is Ornn technically can craft items, and in 1v1 that might be a big deal, as he's crafting one now, but there is a 2-minute cooldown. And there were some people discussing me very early on in the first time they did 1v1s tournaments, asking if Ornn was banned. And I made the ruling that no, he's not banned. We'll see how oppressive he is. If he's winning every single game, then we will put a restriction. But we'll see, as Bisexual Lion definitely is utilizing the passive there. And also there's bans in this version, so if you really don't like Ornn, you can ban him. But we'll see in the future. Bisexual Lion does go out, does have the plated steel cap, so he takes the reduced auto attack damage. Kreamypie shields himself with his ult. Will he get out? And he will not! Bisexual Lion flash Qs him, and now the score is tie. Wait, no. Bisexual Lion wins. He advances. I don't know why I thought Kreamypie was even it out for some reason. But congratulations to Bisexual Lion. He's guaranteed at least third at the very worst. And Kreamypie, unfortunately, gets eliminated. GG's to Kreamypie. Appreciate you participating. And then now we have ZeroZen and LordAzepam going Garen and Tristana. You know, one thing I just thought of a loophole, actually. Potential loophole that could be abused. I will not say it in case someone does abuse it. I might address it at the end of this tournament. Okay, so now we're waiting on this game. They're currently in game, so we cannot spectate. I believe this is it's either their second or third game. This definitely isn't their first game. So we're just going to have to wait and see. So whoever loses that matchup will go to loser's bracket and face Bisexual Lion. Whoever wins this matchup will be in the finals. Fortunately, we're just going to have to sit here. Let's look at the history so far, though. Let's discuss some things since there's nothing else we can do. So Bisexual Lion posted the match results of LOL Coach Mike. He beats them 2-0. LordAzepam beats Chrisfish with Tryndamere. Bisexual Lion, oh, this is another screenshot. Kreamypie beats Xyrris with Soraka and Yuumi. Then Jag does a 3-round. He beats them with, let's see. I was a little confused by this. Okay, he loses with Zed, wins on Yorick, loses on Ashe. Then ZeroZen in Rocket League versus Bisexual Lion. Beat him with Rengar. I didn't even realize that. Beat Bisexual Lion with Rengar twice. Whereas Pam and Kreamypie went 3 games. Garen all 3 games, won 2 of the 3. This one was a CS victory. 100 CS. The first CS victory I think we've ever seen in the Tournament Kingdom 1v1 tournaments, I believe. And then Kreamypie beats Jay, eliminates Jay with Lulu. And then we just saw the game of Bisexual Lion versus Kreamypie. So they just finished. I have a feeling it's 1-1. If it's 1-1, okay. If it's 1-1, then we'll get to see the final game of the best of 3. That's perfect. Perfect timing. We'll stay on the champion for now. Our caster. Put up this. It's 1-1, yes. So if you lose this match, it's not that big of a deal. You just go to losers. But if you win this match, it is a big deal because you're guaranteed to have a spot in finals. And that means worst case scenario, you get second place. And the prizes increase as you climb. If you look at the 1v1 announcement, prizes, first place mystery skin, second place is a Hextech chest and key. So obviously you want first place, but second place is better than getting third. I typed 3 ed? 3 ed? I proofread these things like 1,000 times, and I type. We're fixing that. But you don't even see what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at what this idiot did. I fixed it. Don't worry, no one saw that. Wait, you didn't even see the prizes. First place gets a mystery skin. Second place gets a Hextech chest and key or Masterwork chest. Third place gets a Hextech chest or oh wait, am I the only one that hasn't locked in? Oop. Okay, no, both the people have locked in. I'm sorry. Anyways. Yeah, those are the prizes. And the #1 fan thing is a thing. So there's some people with number 1 fans. I know that ZeroZen has Orbgoaz as his number 1 fan, who at least was in chat a minute ago. I know LordAzepam's is Lady Luxio's, or Lady Luxio, wait, LordAzepam number 1 fan is Lady Luxio. And then Bisexual made me his number 1 fan for some reason. So, all of us are here. Okay. Final game of this best of 3. Again, the loser will go to losers round, the final round of losers. And we have Garen versus Rengar. Barrier Ignite versus Ignite Exhaust. See how this plays out.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
As long as it takes.
Knife Cat for the win. We shall see as the bola lands on LordAzepam. ZeroZen jumps in, gets silenced. Garen does a spin to win move. ZeroZen getting a really good trades. Wow. Good gameplay from that Rengar. ZeroZen going for the Poro, it looks like. Does feed the Poro. Gives the thumbs up. LordAzepam also fed the Poro. Now Garen does still have 3 potions. Will use his passive regen, it looks like, and allow the wave to be pushed into him. Azepam being very, very cautious, as the health relic will take 30 seconds. Spawn in. Nice dodge. Azepam goes out. Talk about buffs and nerfs. Garen takes 10% less damage. Rengar takes 8% less damage, deals 5% more damage, and he gets Tenacity. Tenacity is pretty impactful here because that means the silence duration is shorter. This is pretty good for Rengar. Overall, though, I think the matchup, in terms of skill, I think is a little difficult for Rengar, but so far ZeroZen's piloting it quite well. NCS lead for ZeroZen. LordAzepam does have a minion wave that will be building against him. Pretty bad for LordAzepam. It's an amount of trades, so they both went Fleet Footwork, so there's going to be a lot of sustaining going on. Not sure if they took Revitalize or not, but they both took the Inspiration Tree. Probably Bone Plating, I would assume they took. Haven't looked that closely yet. Ooh. Knight comes out from the Garen onto the Rengar. Rengar, I think, ulted there. It looked like he went invisible for a second. ZeroZen will get his first health relic. We'll see if he gets the second one. Looks like he decides not to, unless the timer only resets once you gain vision. Oh, they're fighting over here. My mistake. I didn't even see that. My apologies. Okay. ZeroZen popped one of his health potions. LordAzepam still has 3. Exhaust comes out. Garen trying to all-in the ZeroZen Rocket League now. AFK warning. I don't care. ZeroZen trying to finish it off. Garen comes out. ZeroZen is going to be very low HP, but the barrier comes out. He's fine. He ults and will just jump onto a minion wave because he knows he can't tower dive. No more potions for Azepam. 1 potion left for ZeroZen. ZeroZen is pushing a huge wave. It looks like he will either wait in this bush or maybe go for this health relic back there. Over here. I mean, ZeroZen can't really do much, so might as well get the health, right? And he does. It just disappeared on the map, so we know that he took it. Garen's going to have a lot of regen with his passive. Rengar enters the bush. LordAzepam full health. Rengar is not full health, but still has that potion. As Garen engages onto ZeroZen. ZeroZen proccing the Fleet Footwork and getting some health regen back, building up a fat wave to build up, to go into ZeroZen. ZeroZen going for that health relic. Mm.
Focus.
So Garen doesn't have exhaust yet. Does have the ignite. Will not use it yet. Health Relic spawns in 1 second. None of them seem to be paying much attention to the timers. They both weren't positioning around that. As Pam will pick it up, and they both will get the healing aura. I'm not sure of the right term. The AoE healing. We'll just call it that. Big CS advantage for ZeroZen. More than double the CS. I mean, ZeroZen doesn't need to do anything at this point. He could just farm this out. Unless LordAzepam is keeping track of that, then he'll need to go in. CS lead, that's a timer indeed. But LordAzepam does actually engage, does pop the exhaust and ignite. ZeroZen does cleanse it with his W, I believe. As Garen is going all the way in. ZeroZen with a late barrier. ZeroZen will ult. See if he jumps in here. As he does. Still fairly even health-wise, but CS is the big thing to look at right now. 40 CS away for ZeroZen to win this best of 3. Ignite comes out onto the Garen. Garen needs to all in here no matter what. Garen ult pumps out. ZeroZen W's, gets some health back. He's using the bushes to his best advantage. Lord is kind of panicking. It looks like ZeroZen's going to try and jump. Use his auto attack range from his bush. And ZeroZen will take the victory and advance to the finals. But don't worry. LordAzepam will be going to losers. Round, what are we, 5? Losers round 5 against Bisexual Lion. Congrats to ZeroZen for advancing to finals. He'll face the winner of losers and will be spectating LordAzepam versus Bisexual Lion. Bisexual Lion gets team 1. Wait, no, I lied. I mean, again, side selection isn't really that big of a deal. We'll spectate Bisexual Lion this game. Again, you basically see everything. I'll let them decide when to start. Two seconds. I'm so tired of seeing these advertisements. I'm going to pull up the Discord. What can I pull up? What's more interesting than this? Not that. Whatever. Let's leave that as background. KK. What bands are they whipping out? So no matter what, these guys are guaranteed a prize because they will get either 3rd place or advance to finals. That's the good news. The bad news is no one wants to be 3rd place. They want to be 2nd place. No one wants to be 2nd place. They want to be 1st place. My cat is ganking me in real life. Gilgamesh, no. Wait, why is... Should I move them? Okay, they moved. Okay, wasn't sure. Go Gilgamesh. For those of you that don't know, that's Bisexual Lion's cat's name, Gilgamesh. The last 3 people. Bisexual Lion. LordAzepam. And ZeroZen, who's already advanced to the finals. So we'll see him in the finals. Oh, shoot, they didn't... I don't think they said anything. Yeah, they didn't say anything. They just started. They must have verbally agreed. Thankfully, I do have the banner to hide the picks. LordAzepam instantly locks in. Okay, Bisexual Lion just typed I ban Tryndamere. he banned Rengar. So we're not seeing Tryndamere or Rengar this game. Okay, everyone's locked in. I'll lock in as well. Bisexual Lion just typed, let's go, boys. It's going to be Volibear, piloted by Bisexual Lion, versus what I can only assume is Garen. We'll see. And it's Yone. Huh? Alright. Why does this skin look like a Rengar skin? Maybe it's just the pose. If you told me that was Rengar, I would believe you. I believe that's more likely Rengar based off that splash art than Volibear. And wow, that does not look like the splash art at all. Maybe he has a chroma. Anyways, this is the final round of losers. The winner of this advances to the finals. First game of the best of 3. Both skins are sponsored by me. Did you buy these skins for both of them? Oh, he paying 311. Wait, why didn't that message go through? Wait, why isn't my messages going through? Hello? Why aren't my messages popping up in chat? I think his ping is stable. Oh, okay, they're going in already. Sorry, I just want to make sure it's fair. I don't want Bisexual Lion to lag at the very beginning where there's nothing that happened and then get screwed over. If it's in the middle, then that's too bad, but if it's in the beginning, then we can just remake easily. Yemen client? I think they're fighting it out. Yeah. I mean, Bisexual Lion and LordAzepam are IRL friends, so I'm pretty sure they would respect one another if one of them disconnected. I'm not too worried about BM stuff happening. Anyways, let's catch up. 2 CS for LordAzepam, 7 CS for Bisexual Lion. Bisexual Lion will go in with the E and take a lot of tower damage. The E shield will block some of it. Q3 on Azepam. Good call on Bisexual Lion to back off there, I think. Oh, but still walks back in, gets knocked up by LordAzepam's third Q. Ooh, LordAzepam getting low. Has no more health potions. Neither of them do have health potions at this point. Flash barrier on the Volibear. So I'm thinking he's probably looking to dive these people. That's the only thing I can think of. And then you have Yone. The exhausting Ignite just trying to all in, it seems. Tough spot for Yone this game. Oh, as he flashes in and gets the first blood. Game 1 goes to Bisexual Lion. LordAzepam will get side selection for this next game. Great custom. I'll invite him first. I'll invite Bisexual Lion. Spectate Bisexual Lion this time since he won that last game. Oh, apparently Azepam wants that. Oh, Canada. Okay, good, I hit it. So I assume it's the same bands. I'll ask what? I'll ask were the bands the same. Same bands, okay. Yeah, Bisexual Line confirmed that's the same bands. Which was Tryndamere and Rengar, I believe. Bisexual Line said, and also If I lose, it's jungle diff. You heard it here, guys. If Bisexual Line loses, we blame the jungle. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on. Who else would be the jungle in this scenario? Garen versus Volibear, switching off the Yone. What's interesting about finals is it seems like... Well, we'll talk about finals. No, we'll talk about it now because it's going to be some downtime, I bet. It seems like ZeroZen plays both Rengar, which Bisexual Lion plays, and Tryndamere, which LordAzepam plays. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how the draft will go for the finals. Regardless. But let's focus on this round. Losers round 5. If Bisexual Lion wins the game, he will be advancing to finals as they're already engaging onto one another. Volibear is doing well with the trade so far. Gets the shield. Gets a little bit of healing with his W, I believe. Make this a little lower.
Minions have spawned.
Remain focused.
I don't think Volibear has any buffs or nerfs, right? Yep, perfectly balanced. PTA on the Volibear like he did last time, and still fleet footwork. Again, Bisexual Line is definitely playing for all-in potential, it seems, with his flash barrier, plus PTA, as they're full engaging now. Bisexual Line lands the Chomp. Decent trade. Now again, the trades are better if they're even for Garen, because he has the health regen. Bisexual Lion will pop one of his potions. So the potion lead now goes to LordAzepam. Health relics are spawning. None of them are paying attention to that, it looks like. But they'll share the AoE healing. LordAzepam will pick up the initial one. Big CS advantage so far to Bisexual Lion. Almost 10. Bisexual Lion gets nice shield and healing with his W, and still maintaining that CS advantage. For trade, nice silence. Oh, but Bisexual Lion is level 6. He's going to look to tower dive. He lands the Q. He lands the E. Garen ults him in response. No more timer. And Bisexual Lion takes down LordAzepam and gets eliminated. Wow. For those of you that don't know, LordAzepam has won all of the 1v1 tournaments up until this point. And Bisexual Lion has also participated in them. So Bisexual Lion, I think this is the first time in a 1v1 tournament that he actually beat LordAzepam. So the king does indeed bleed, and Bisexual Lion will face ZeroZen in the finals. That is very good games. Wow. That was a crazy dive. I respect it. But now we have ZeroZen Rocket League versus Bisexual Line. I don't know why I feel the need to add the Rocket League in there. Just every time I see RL, my brain registers this. Okay, we're going to move everyone in here. You won't hear them on disc. Let me see. Can you hear that? If you hear this, you can hear that. Okay. I will mute them just in case. I'm going to move them to room A. Hello? Hey. Okay, so just to explain some things to you guys. It's still a best of 3, but how it works is Bisexual Lion, since you're starting in the losers bracket, you need to win 2 best of 3s. ZeroZen, you just need to win 1. Okay, so it's going to be a total maximum of 6 games, minimum of 2, depending on the circumstances. So Bisexual Lion, since you are starting in losers, you will have side selection for the first game. And again, side selection isn't really that relevant, but, you know. So what side do you want? You want team 1 or team 2? All right. Okay. I'll leave you. Okay. Volley bear ban. Tryndamere ban and volley bear ban. Okay. I'll leave you guys be. Good luck. Have fun. And whoever wins the tournament, I'll probably do an interview or something with you. So please don't abandon me like some people did last time. All right. Good luck, guys. I cried so much because I got abandoned. Is this Rengar again? Maybe. Oh, okay. Everything's hidden. Well, spectate ZeroZen. He's a champion. So just to clarify, it is still a best of 3. However, ZeroZen has never lost a best of 3 yet. So if Bisexual Lion wins this best of 3, another best of 3 will be played. If ZeroZen wins this best of 3, then the tournament's over and ZeroZen wins the whole thing. So the gist of it is, ZeroZen needs to win 1 best of 3, Bisexual Lion needs to win 2 best of 3s to eliminate ZeroZen. So we're going to have a total of 6 maximum games, 2 minimum. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even sure. Okay, my bad. Are they ready? I'll lock in. Sorry, I keep forgetting I have this thing blocking it. Let me explain. So how this works. Bisexual Lion needs to win 2 best of 3s. Why does he need to win 2? Because he's starting from the loser's bracket. So if Bisexual Lion wins the first one, they go to another best of 3. It's a bracket reset. If ZeroZen wins 1 best of 3, whether he wins this best of 3 or the next, he wins the whole tournament. So if you're a Bisexual Lion fan, you're going to see a lot of games. If you're a ZeroZen fan, then you're hoping for a very short amount of games. As we see ZeroZen Rocket League blocking in the Tristana. We'll see what Bisexual Lion locks in. Choo Choo Orn. That's not Rengar v Rengar. Okay, again, this is the best of 3 finals. If Bisexual Lion wins this, it's a bracket reset, and we'll do another best of 3. If ZeroZen wins this best of 3, it's GG's. ZeroZen is the 1v1 champion. We'll see each other in the bush. ZeroZen jumps in. Does have Exhausting Ignite, but will not use it yet. Ooh, rough trade for Bisexual Lion. Both feeding the Poros. Very nice. Wish I had a script or something that would just move me slightly every 30 seconds or something. But I'd probably get banned through Vanguard or something awful like that, which would not be worth, of course. Bisexual Lion doing a little dance. I have been moving. I swear I've been right-clicking. As ZeroZen jumps in with a bomb. Good trades. Now, we need to talk about something important. Tristana is mega buffed. Does 5% more damage. And keep in mind, she's a DPS champion. So that's big. And then she also takes reduced damage. So, Tristana is pretty strong. Bisexual Lion's really struggling here so far. Low half HP, and just above half HP, actually. Up potion advantage to ZeroZen, and also ZeroZen has the footwork, so he's going to have great sustain. Oh, wow, and ZeroZen took Demolish, so he's going to deal a ton of damage. Oh my gosh, wait, Bisexual Lion knocked him up while he was mid-jump. Bisexual Lion gets him to 1 HP. And he gets the first blood. What a turnaround from Bisexual Lion. Oh my goodness. Wow, I thought so many crazy things have been happening in these 1v1 tournaments. Like, I'm not just saying this to hype this up. Legitimately, the amount of just crazy stuff that has happened and unexpected things has blown me away so far this tournament. ZeroZen gets side selection now. Need an instant replay? I wish. I wish there was a way to... maybe I could. Actually, I think I could. I assume he wants team 1 if he's going that side. Okay. put this up real quick. I'm gonna pull up my Twitch stream. Oh wow, look at this. Wait. Wait, no, I already have the thing up. Never mind. I was worried I didn't have it up. Uno mas. I want to see replay of that. Doesn't it show the live stream that I'm currently... Yeah, there we go. Where are we? This is gonna probably look very weird on stream. Okay. There it is. Pause. We'll put it in slow-mo. That's not slow-mo. That's quality. We'll do 0.5. And yeah, they might be waiting, but I think this is worth looking at. Okay, so here it is. Can I go forward? Nope. Too far. Must be 10-second skips. Okay, so we see this. This is what just happened. This was game 1. And what happens is he knocks him up. Oh, the Q knocked him up! Oh my goodness. It was the Q knock-up that knocked him up. No, it wasn't the Orn E. It was actually the Q. Oh my goodness, that was unlucky for ZeroZen. Look at this. Right there. Boom. Oh, it's in pause. It was the Q knock-up. And then he took tower aggro. Oh, that is just so... Oh my gosh, I am teasing you guys. My goodness. Wow. Look at this. Okay. Oh, my brother. My brothers. Okay. You're right. I see why you're complaining. Okay. Well, I know what's happening. Okay, so here, watch. Why does it keep doing that? I'm angry. I'm getting angry. I'm getting tilted. No, I don't want to see the same picks. They're doing a run back. You get it. Okay. One more time. Okay, watch the Q. That was the Orn Q. The Orn Q knocked him up and interrupted him. It wasn't the Orn E knock-up. It was the Orn Q. Show it one more time. Then we need to get to the game. Right there. There's the Q, right? Boom. That's what stopped him. That's what stopped his jump. That is crazy. Anyways, let's get back to the game. The real game. The live game.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
Whew. Sorry about that. Displacement OP on to Trist. Yeah, it feels surprisingly slow every time you play Trist. I don't know why I'm opening up my shop when I mean to open up the scoreboard. Egg? Oh, because he's cooking an egg. How do you like your sags? Scrambled. Interesting trash talk here. A man of quality. I mean, I'm sorry. Best way to have eggs is Benedict. I'll say it. As we see, CS advantage for ZeroZen. We've seen this before. ZeroZen will position himself appropriately near away from the Q. As the health relic spawns. Now the demolish... Ooh, and the Q I think knocks up ZeroZen again. Maybe I missed that. It looked like it did. Better move. The demolish is back up for ZeroZen. Heavily focusing on a tower win, it looks like, which has not yet happened in this tournament that I have witnessed on stream. Maybe another game it happened. First tower wins are very rare because it's very obvious when your tower is about to go down. CS is a little harder to tell. Bisexual line uses the Orn passive to craft plated steel caps. ZeroZen getting a very good trade, even though Bisexual line has those plated steel caps. Bisexual line will pop one of his potions, is now down to 1 potion, but does have the Biscuit of Rejuvenation. Biscuits of Everlasting something something. He has biscuits. We'll leave it at that. ZeroZen probably has Demolish up again. Bisexual Lion being extra cautious, trying to make sure to zone him off, but he's going to lose quite a bit of health from that. Bisexual Lion stands next to the tower with the bomb, which causes the tower to take damage. I think he should have backed off, went for the health, and made sure that bomb didn't touch the tower. He needs every bit of health with the tower with how far behind he is in tower advantage now. Oh, ZeroZen trying to finish this off. He ults. Wait a minute. Oh, and he gets the tower. First tower is taken. Let's just see the duel just for funsies, but it's irrelevant. ZeroZen wins that round. We'll just watch the duel just because. Ooh. Bisexual Lion lost the battle. Wait. Saying. May have won the battle, but he lost the war or something. I don't know. Whatever. ZeroZen wins that round. Now it's tied 1-1 in the best of 3. These are very fast rounds. Nothing to replay there, so I'll put this and we'll wait. Spectate ZeroZen this time. Bisexual. I assume he wants Team 1. The only right answer. Yeah, everyone wants Team 1. Camera angle diff. And we're in Champion Selects. Okay, so just to clarify, if ZeroZen wins this, this is still best of 3, yes. But let me clarify. I will open up the bracket, and I'll make sure to remember to move the bracket this time, or remove the banner cover. Let's full screen this. So, this is best of 3. It's now tied 1-1. If ZeroZen wins this, the tournament's over, he wins the whole thing. If Bisexual Lion wins this, he gets a bracket reset, and they'll do another best of 3. So, ZeroZen is in a much more comfortable spot, because even if he loses, he still has another chance to redeem himself. Bisexual Lion, this is do or die. I assume it was the same bands. Bands weren't typed, but they are in a voice called together. In here. Oh wait, he's deafened. Maybe they DM'd each other. Who knows? Maybe they typed in the voice channel chat. However, Tristana locked in for ZeroZen. Potentially the final game. A little surprised, Bisexual Lion did not ban the tower taker, the Tristana, because he's lost quite hard. He lost the first game almost. It was a crazy turn of events. But he decides to lock in the Rengar, his comfort pick. Orin's pretty comfortable to him too, but maybe he thinks if I assassinate the Tristana before she can get to the tower, I can win this. So we'll see if it plays off. And they meet each other. Instant exhaust comes out from ZeroZen. Bisexual Lion cleanses, is getting low. Barriers! ZeroZen was not expecting the barrier, looks like. ZeroZen does get the jump reset with the bombs, does pop health potions. ZeroZen did not have the attack speed for that. It looked like he canceled some autos. I think his Q ran out, and he misjudged the timing of his auto attacks. ZeroZen pops his potions. No potions for Bisexual Lion now. And we need to keep in mind, ZeroZen does have fleet footwork, so he's going to have a low sustain. So Bisexual Lion decides to go all in. He W's, he gets the health regen, and Bisexual Lion resets the bracket! Oh my goodness. We are going to get another best of 3 from the bracket reset. My goodness. So ZeroZen 1-1, Bisexual Lion wins 2. And now we're in the final best of 3. This is it. This best of 3 is make it, take it, break it, however you want to shake it. This is a big deal. ZeroZen. Side select, I guess. Okay, yeah, I think they're just... I'm just going to assume they're taking Team 1 every time. Let's look at a replay. I want to look at the replay of that. That was very close. Hide that. Where'd my Twitch stream go? There it is. Oh, this is going to look crazy. videos. A replay while we're in Champion Select. We're at the very end. Full screen this. Everyone can see it. No banner here. Let's slow this down a bit. Let's do 0.75. So Barrier comes out by Bisexual line. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, here, look at his auto attacks. Not trying to flame him, but look how he kind of panicked a little bit there, ZeroZen. I think his attack speed buff wore off, and that kind of threw him off a bit, which is huge in this scenario because they were both going for an early game trade. Bisexual Lion seems a bit hesitant. But I think once he knew that Tristana wasn't there, did he go in here? Feeds the Poro, the classic. Yeah, I'm shocked Bisexual Lion went for this, but he risked it all. Does a nice W. 2 Ws to cleanse, and he also heal himself a bit. Wow. Even ZeroZen is impressed. Wow, well played. I'll put the banner up just in case we're still loading. Oh, nope, everyone's waiting for me. So Bisexual Lion locking in the Ornn. Wow, this is crazy. I was not anticipating. I mean, every game has been fairly close that we've spectated. I still have the banner up. That's pretty bad. Let me take that off. Imagine if that's how we missed the finals, was it was blocked. Okay. Bisexual Lion type totally didn't soil myself there. As cool as a cucumber. Oops. Tristana again. ZeroZen really wants to win. Close out the deal with this Tristana. So again, this bracket has reset. This is a best of 3 now. Everyone's at 0-0 because Bisexual Lion won the first best of 3. So they're doing one more to seal the deal. Choo choo, chugga 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 chugga. Okay. Get it. And ZeroZen already going for the trades. Ornn ease out. Does land the brittle passive though. It's a tough call. You need to play this. I think you need to play this very slow if you're Ornn in this matchup. You need to try and utilize your passive for getting that upgrade. I think that's the only way you can pretty much maybe have an advantage. I don't think Trist, unless there was something crazy that happens like in game 1, I don't think Trist will struggle too much, champion-wise. Player-wise, you never know. ZeroZen playing well so far. Bisexual Lion does pick up the health relic, but it kind of negates the healing because of the E-bomb post-autos. Bisexual Lion chugs one of his health potions. NCS advantage onto ZeroZen. So interesting. Ornn builds boots. Or I should say Bisexual Lion built boots. Along with the Guardian Horn. So he probably built that so he gets plated steel caps faster, is my assumption. ZeroZen positioning quite well underneath this tower, weaving in auto attacks while staying out of auto attack range. Playing this very well so far. Very, very slow. Very intense here. Oh, and he stops the jump. Good knockup by Bisexual Lion. Doing some emotes. 16, CS to 32. Ornn goes all the way in, throws out the Ornn ultimate, does get exhausted, lands a knockup, lands another knockup, lands the brittle passive, and ZeroZen will get ignited, and first blood goes to Bisexual Lion. 1-0 in the best of 3 so far. Whew. Okay. Could we get another 3-game best of 3? I hope so. That would be very exciting. ZeroZen gets side selection. I know that he's going to want Team 1. Just making it exciting. ZeroZen? I mean, they're both making... Who's this guy? Swin number 1? I don't understand. Okay. Let me put up the banner. Perfect. I assume it's the same bands. I'm just going to assume it's the same bands. I'm curious. I think ZeroZen has picked Trist every single match at this point. I'm curious to see if he's just going to maintain with it or switch it out. This is probably the most intense 1v1 game I've ever spectated. Games, I should say, like the ending, the finals. Okay. Bisexual Lion locked in. We are now waiting for ZeroZen to lock in. Maybe he's already knows what he wants, but he just hasn't clicked the lock in. Maybe he's redoing runes. Who knows? I can't tell. We are officially locked and loaded. And potentially our final game, Bisexual Lion gets his comfort pick, locks in the Rengar. We'll see who he faces. ZeroZen. Tristana again, doing the run back. Okay, sticking with Trist. I think that's 5 games of Trist in a row, I believe. No, did he play? Maybe, I think he might have played Rengar the first game. I can't remember. There's been so many games so quickly that I haven't really been able to process everything. But we'll focus on this. So again, just a reminder, this is a big deal. If Bisexual Lion wins, he wins the whole tournament. If ZeroZen wins, then they go to a final game of the best of 3. Bisexual Lion already going for the trade, positioning well to get his jumping, kiting passive out. Bisexual Lion winning hard on this trade so far, positioning perfectly, using the bushes with his passive. He goes all in! He dives under tower! He is ignited! And Bisexual Lion turns around the whole tournament, goes from the loser round, and will overtake the tournament and get first place in the 1v1 2024 Tournament Kingdom Tournament. Wow! What a fast way to wrap it up. Bisexual Lion, that was crazy. Absolutely shocking. I will leave ZeroZen and Bisexual Lion in there for now. I said that I wanted to talk to whoever got first, but I don't want to leave in case they're exchanging things. Hopefully it's nothing bad. You never know. I always like to keep people in the voice channel because it's just easier to organize, and it just feels... Playing a 1v1 tournament that with someone that you don't ever interact with just feels so, to me, boring. But I will take people that participate in this event and get their opinions on whether they liked being in the voice comms, disliked it, and then if people are very vocal and be like, I didn't even talk to anyone, or I didn't like it, this person called me a poopy head and I cried, then we'll change it. But for now, let's take a look at the bracket. Let's make it official. Live, Bisexual Lion 2-0. Those were some of the closest matches I have seen, maybe in my life, for 1v1s. And here we are, Bisexual Lion. Let's end the tournament. Bisexual Lion, 8 games played, 7-1. ZeroZen second place, 3-2. LordAzepam, 2-2. All these guys will be getting prizes the top 3. Kreamypie 4th, Jay 5th, DoctorFill tied with 5th, and 7th is Coach Mike, Chrisfish. Are they still on the voice call? Yeah, I don't want to. I just think it's rude to just drag them in case they're having a discussion. Wow. Okay. Well, since we're. Oh, wait, he replied. We bonding. Okay. Well, then let's take a look at the replay, huh? Oh, you saw my messy desktop. That didn't exist. You saw nothing. Right. Let's see. Videos. Go here. Let's check out that final match since we're dilly-dallying a bit. Need to rewind. Okay. I mean, this was a pretty straightforward thing. Bisexual Lion, just look how well he positioned this. And ZeroZen, I think, played this the best that he possibly could have. I just think Rengar, I think both of them played as well as they could have, legitimately. I think Bisexual Lion just probably positioned slightly better. So many crazy games. All right, so let me open up League. Let me open Discord. I think Bisexual Lion is ready. Okay. Brace yourselves. Bisexual Lion might be a little loud. I adjusted the volume. I don't know how good it is. Might want to turn down your volume until I adjust things. Bisexual Lion! Congratulations! Yeah. Hang on. Just talk real quick. Just say whatever you want. Test, whatever. Okay, I think you're loud enough. Hopefully the stream can hear. If you guys cannot hear Bisexual Lion, please type in chat and I will turn him up. Grisward cannot hear. Really? Is he lying? Am I getting trolled? No, I'm kidding. I don't think I'm getting trolled. Let me just double check. I don't want to do an interview and not hear you. Say something real quick, please. Wow, this looks trippy. Disc audio isn't enabled. This is frustrating. Wait, hang on. This is confusing. Okay, just say testing 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, you can't hear you. Huh. It's weird because on my Streamlabs, it said, I don't think I'm leaking anything personal, am I? It says Streamlabs, it's picking up Discord. Discord new. Let me try just redoing it. I guess. New source. Discord test. Oh, wait a minute. I might have figured it out. Maybe I figured it out.
I'm excited.
Talk now?
Hello. How you doing?
Is it working now? Am I genius or am I stupid still?
Oh, there we go. It's working.
Oh, it's working.
You got it,
Okay,
lads.
I figured it out. Oh my gosh, I'm so handsome and
Hell
smart.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways,
And voluptuous.
thank you. Of course, everyone knows that. That's the key component to knowing my lifestyle. Bisexual Lion, congratulations. Are you
Oh,
surprised?
thank
How
you,
do you feel
thank you.
about winning it?
I am absolutely dumbfounded at the results of this. Oh my lord.
And why is that?
I was sure as anything that ZeroZen was gonna absolutely destroy me in those. It's like every game, especially if I played Ornn, every game I was just having a heart attack.
Yeah. It
Oh
looked.
boy.
I mean, I was saying this on stream. Those games in the finals, all 5 games that you played, were probably the closest 1v1s I've ever watched in my life. It was crazy.
Well, you know, gotta give the people something exciting to have happen.
And you certainly did. You and ZeroZen put on quite the show. So this was your very first time Actually, no, you're the second ever person to ever win a 1v1 tournament. And you actually took down LordAzepam, who was the previous reigning champion twice of the 1v1s. Were you kind of surprised that you ended up beating him, or did you know you had it in him? Or knew you had it in
Uh,
yourself, I guess I should say.
I'd say me and him normally when we have the 1v1s, they're always really close.
Mm-hmm.
So especially with the new rule of banning one champion, I knew I'd be able to beat him if I just took out that Tryndamere.
So the Tryndamere was the key.
Oh yeah.
What was the toughest opponent you faced, do you think?
Definitely ZeroZen.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
It looks pretty tough.
Oh, it's just the way that he's a very good player, like objectively so, but then he also came up with these really interesting strategies like that Tristana of just taking down towers rather than focusing on minions or kills was just throwing me through a loop. So it kind of put me on a time clock whenever I played Ornn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very nice. Did you have any interesting moments in the voice chat, or was everyone just kind of quiet?
Mostly everyone was really quiet. We all kind of really concentrated on our games.
Yeah.
I know ZeroZen, he's hyper focused
Mm-hmm.
for essentially all the games. So he actually muted and deafened himself.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure
understandable.
whether or not that's just to like stop me from trash talking or stop me from listening to him trash talk. I don't know.
I
But
mean, you still could have trash
it
talked.
works
He
out.
just was deafened, you know. No, I think a lot of
Oh
people. I
well.
was watching, and a lot of people were just self-muting. I don't think people were really talking. So we'll see. I'll get everyone's feedback on whether they enjoyed being with their opponent or not. But everything is okay if the people decide to deafen. It's all fair game. I just like having people in their own voice channel because it's easier to track. ZeroZen just typed in chat saying, "Nah, yeah, I was trying to hyper focus." So, got her answer. Fair enough. I probably would.
Uh,
I definitely would mute myself if I was playing. I don't know about deafen, but I think I would probably
yeah,
deafen
no,
too,
like
depending on how intense it was.
it definitely showed when, especially if Hyperzen was Oh, sorry, what?
Me? I just said it's just I would have probably deafened if it was that intense too. Like if I was in the finals or something.
Yeah, it definitely showed with a lot of the people when they were playing just how focused they were.
And that's
I,
understandable.
I feel like everyone kind of understood. I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't.
everyone kind of understood. This is just a friendly tournament.
Mhm.
Everyone was really chill as far as I could tell.
Well, we'll see. I'll
You
ask for
know,
feedback.
I feel like everyone had fun.
We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully
All
you're
right.
right. I think everything went as smoothly as it could. Was there any people that banned you specifically that kind of surprised you? Were there any bans that you were used against you that you were thinking, why on earth are they banning this against me? Or was everything pretty much expected?
I think everyone was pretty much expected. There were it so when when I was playing Zero Zen actually, he was the only one to ban the volley bear,
Mm.
and that really threw me through a loop because
Mm.
that was my no one was expecting it. Everyone expected me to play like Trundle or Rengar, obviously, but Zero Zen was the only one who banned the volley bear, which was kind of like the real comfort pick of Howling Abyss.
I'm not sure, but my prediction was I was watching you play against LordAzepam, and he watched you tower dive to win the final game against him. And I wonder if ZeroZen looked at that and be like, nope, not dealing with that. See ya.
Oh,
That's my assumption, but I'm
oh
not
no,
sure.
he had me pegged for Volibear just the first game when I was playing against DoctorFill. Like he saw that and he's like, nope, not even dealing with that.
Mm.
And then he banned it every single game that we played.
Yep.
I
Fair.
I, did, I definitely had fun with him. Oh my god.
With with Dr. Phil?
Uh, everyone.
Everyone? Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Glad then better than the opposite, I guess. Well, 1v1
Oh
tournament, and
yeah,
it's funny because you took a little bit of a break, so just come back and
I
win a
did.
tournament.
I did.
Just like that. Good on you, man.
Well,
Congratulations.
couldn't have done it without my number one fan, obviously.
Okay. For those of you that don't know the context, for whatever reason, he put me. Where is it? Where's the sign up? So I can't. There it is. He put me as his number one fan, which I'm not going to buy myself any gifts, but I appreciate it. We've already discussed this, so thank you for making me. I'm glad to be your number one fan, even though I'm rooting for everyone deep down. Borbgoal says, I'm the better Orn. Borbgoal! You've been chatting all day. Why didn't you participate in the tournament and prove it, man?
Goal?
Pew pew, shots fired, he says. Well, I'm firing shots
Let's
back,
go right
Borbgoal. You need to sign up for the next one. I better see you in the next one, if there is one. Leave it at that. Any last words you want to say, Bisexual Lion?
Jungle Diff, and that's about it.
Jungle Diff? Okay, definitely Jungle Diff. All right. Well, congratulations. I'll probably talk to you in a bit. I'm going to wrap up the stream.
Well, I would like to say thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting these tournaments, as always. And hope to see you next time.
Thank you, thank you. And also, Borbicol just typed in chat, if Lion is playing, I will. Ooh. We'll see.
Ooh, let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
I'm down, Borbgal.
We shall see. All right. Talk to you later, Bisexual Lion. Congrats.
See you later.
All right, lads. That will wrap up the 1v1 stream. Thank you to all the participants. Congratulations to Bisexual Lion participating. Let's take another look at the bracket before wrapping things up. So here's the full. If I go full screen, no, it doesn't show the results. Bummer. So here's the bracket if you want to see how everyone garnered their wins. Bisexual Lion started all the way in round 1 and got all the way to the end. Crazy, crazy turn of events. Show more. Oh, there is more. Okay, but shout out to everyone that participated. I really appreciate everyone giving it a try. I will ask these players for some feedback. Xyrris, LOL Coach Mike 2. Actually, no, you know what? Let's do it this way. And then we'll talk about the results. So Xyrris, LOL Coach Mike 2. Let's go alphabetical. Bisexual Lion, the winner. We have Chrisfish, DoctorFill, Jay, Kreamypie, LordAzepam, and ZeroZenRL. Thank you to all of you that participated. Again, I'll post the results one more time. Some crazy, crazy games, in my opinion. I thought this was very entertaining. Grizz Ward says GG's was fun to watch. Glad to hear that. I'll be honest. I have the next tournament scheduled, but I can't remember the date. Let me pull up the dates. I have it somewhere here on my computer. Here it is. So the next tournament, I haven't updated this in a while, but we just did the 1v1 tournament. Instead of doing a 2v2 Howling Abyss Tournament, I will be doing a Arena Tournament on this date instead, because Arena will still be available. So the next Arena Tournament will be July 27th. I just haven't updated this yet. I haven't updated this in a while. We've kind of changed the scheduling with certain stuff, with Summoner's Rift Tournament and all. But July 27th will be the next tournament. It will be Arenas. The signups for that will happen... I'll probably set up the signups. Wait a minute, is July 27th? I'll probably set up the signups maybe Saturday the 13th. So yeah, check out for that. That should be fun. The last Arena Tournament I think people liked. I guess that's all I have to say. There will also be a tournament update at the end of August / beginning of... Sorry, end of July or beginning of August will be the next update. So until then, I shall see you. I know I haven't been active on YouTube or Twitch streaming. The update will explain some things, why I haven't been, so just stay tuned for that. Again, thank you to all the participants. Thank you for watching, you beautiful people. And I will see you in the next tournament on July 27th. Have a wonderful rest of your day.